Hi diddly ho, friendaloons.
Howdy.
Today I'm joined by Storm Song and Breakdown, with Whacker arriving later because he's getting a haircut. 2 pence. My name is Rale, and I'm here to do Nintendo things. More specifically, we're continuing Fire Emblem today. Real quick, so I can audio check. Can you guys go ahead and say stuff?
You'll never sing the same if your teeth ain't your own. You'll never sing the same if your teeth ain't your own. Yep, I'm good.
Hi folks, I'm Breakdown, the Bearded Wonders. Nice to meet you all. Hi folks, I'm Breakdown, the Bearded Wonders. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, Rale, if you could just turn Breakdown up a smidge.
I did not realize I was being that quiet.
No, you're not. It's your gain actually sounds fine. It's the output on his end.
Yeah, okay. How about now?
Rightio, neighbors.
Excellent.
I've turned Fire Emblem down a bit. That's a little too low. Let's try 10.
Schwiggity schwiggity swing.
Sweetie, sweetie, woody.
Okay, I can hear you too, fine.
Okay, cool. And you might want to turn me down just a tad, as I'm a little louder than you.
He is the Storm Song. He does make noise.
Just a tad.
Also, would you please stop throwing lightning bolts around my local house?
No, I didn't mean to.
It hailed yesterday. Why have you done this to me? Whee! So, breakdown for some context. The little character on the screen can be moved back and forth by me wiggling the controller. It uses the gyroscope. And you can jump.
Okay,
Hippity-hoppity,
I
get off my property.
am 5 seconds behind. Twitch, load. No, I had Twitch loaded on the phone, but not the lap.
Ah.
And I was away doing adult things, like laundry. At least starting with the laundry.
Okay, so we returned to the land of... What land is this?
I can't remember the name of the continent.
We returned to the mighty land of Landia.
Oh well, we'll figure it out eventually. Someone will mention it. I wish I could... Can I zoom in?
Landia, Fire Emblem 3.
3 houses. This is not Fire Emblem 3. There are many, many more Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, I wanted to buy this.
I'm busy. Do you want something?
No, I told you that it's kind of a rough first Fire Emblem game because it has many differences. Both the Switch Fire Emblem games run into that problem of... So Three Houses just does too many things different from other Fire Emblems, so it can be a bad introduction to the series because it's very different from everything else in a lot of ways, so it can throw off your expectations for what's going to happen.
But I didn't have any.
Yeah, but you can really love Three Houses and then go to another Fire Emblem and you're like, what the heck is this? Meanwhile,
Where are my doors? There's always sliders. Where are my doors?
For Engage, the problem is that it's really built around being a sort of anniversary game, so it's got a lot of stuff, like characters and such, that are references or straight up pulls from other games, so it's not as enjoyable if you don't know all the history of the series.
Also,
How do you
I looked up, and the game is set in Fuldan.
Fodlan. It's pronounced Fodlan.
Fodlan.
Or the Nords.
I can't right now, but let's fight.
Gerrig Monastery. And we have no good outfits for the male character. I knew I should have played the female character, but decisions were made.
Okay, I just went outside to
Professor,
check to see what all the noises
I
about.
hope you know I am
And
having
every
great
tree in the
abilities for
neighborhood is
reading and
bending at
writing.
an odd angle.
With sadness,
But
I
it's a
still
bright,
have
sunny
struggles
day.
with
that'll
speaking.
happen.
If my ways of speech are causing a burden,
And a Wolfgang, too.
I hope you will have forgiveness.
Oh.
Yeah. No, my Twitch channel name is different because that's like my gamer tag, whereas my Discord had been set up initially as a brony, and so like one's my gaming life and one's my brony life, but now those two are sort of one and the same.
Well, however, I've converted my Twitch name into my actual Discord name, just the long version.
Goddess.
I was trying to do that once and it said I hadn't been on Twitch long enough, but I think I can do it now.
I've been using the name Rale since before I had access to the internet, so...
I used to be called Beast Boy on the internet from my first account. My first time ever using it was for my very first email in junior high. Beast Boy 007. And each individual section was broken up into 3 different parts. 00 is iconic, that's 007. And the 78 is the last 2 markers of the first Mark Gundam. And Beast Boy because he's a party animal.
That joke was bad and you should feel bad.
You're not wrong, but it's a true statement.
Falkenstein, I was part of the Ice Wheeze previous thing, and I decided not to. Part of that is they do their own thing. We don't have to participate in everything.
And it's very nice of them to, you know, extend those invitations to the Aux, and you have guys that are representing there and they're streaming there.
That, and this also gives the chance for other people in the Aux to participate in that, where we have our own participation with the BPL guys. Some of them show up a lot more sometimes.
They're like, hey guys, enough with the daddy-o jokes.
Game is too loud?
Game is too loud compared to our voices.
Adjusting.
Apologies, people in the background. I am resetting up my paint booth so I can do some painting while streaming.
How about now?
I really hate... Voices are doing voicey things.
Here, actually. How about now?
There you go.
Because I can hear her in the background, Rale, I have to ask, how's your wife doing?
She is doing okay. She is enjoying... We just did a massive upgrade on our graphics card. So she now can play No Man's Sky at maximum graphics at everything except the Ultra, so she's enjoying that.
Is she out of the sickness? Or is she still down with the sickness?
She is no longer sick.
Ah!
I don't have enough
Song, I'm
weight.
disappointed in you. You missed my joke there.
No, we got the joke. It just wasn't worth mentioning.
Well, come
Your
on.
joke was bad and you should feel bad.
There it is. There's what I wanted to hear.
Oh, there's the zoom out button. Finally! I can't go past there. The man with the big shield
The
says
Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the heir to the
I'm actually
Alliance's leading
a little
house.
disappointed in myself. I really
This
wanted
is
to go
one
check out the
exception.
painting
If you're a
store, but I
teacher here, you better watch your
I
step.
got stuck in my head again.
If anything were to
second
happen to those
guessed
kids, well,
Okay,
suffice to say that it could harm the reputation of the Church of Saros, which we've spent almost a millennium
Hey,
establishing.
Brushface.
Okay, the net volume on the voices, or... And I can't tell if he's mean.
Oh, that is the wrong button.
Or our voice is still too quiet compared to the game. There we go.
Like the net stream volume is actually kind of low.
Is it maybe pulling?
Alrighty then, let's go get some water for the water jar.
How about now? Boop,
That sounds better.
boop. There, that's the voices cranked up and the music locked.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, Abbott!
Oh no.
Abbott!
Oh Lord, bless this thy hand grenade.
Oh Lord, bless this hand grenade with a +6 fire damage.
And we got a much better from Mr. Brushface.
Huzzah!
Ugh, I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal.
Ah, yes. This is an anime archetype that my friends and I have come to name the human farm equipment.
I beg your pardon. Please explain.
If you see the guy on screen, he's
An
the rare
absolute
instance of
unit.
a barrel-chested, broad-shouldered man in an anime, when everyone else is, skinny.
Yeah, he just looks like an American. Like
Yeah,
the traditional, hey, I grew up on a farm eating nothing but wheat and cornbread.
yes, and cow.
Just look
My
at this
protein intake
absolute-
is 200 grams a day.
But,
If I'm
yeah, so...
correct, he's from a merchant family?
Yeah,
That
I
makes
recall
sense.
them... I recall when you were going through, like, the possible, characters you could recruit, it said he, only focuses on training, eating, and training again.
Well, if you're muscle bound, that makes perfect sense.
Nope,
Yeah.
okay, I just got this class.
I had a friend a couple of years ago who was the size of a literal brick house. His fat to muscle percent was 6. With
Oh my.
one hand, he picked me up by the collar one day and hoisted me above his head because I was freaking out because I thought somebody pranked me and, vandaled my car. Turns out who vandaled me was the entire state of North Carolina during pollen season.
Your car had that nice yellow dustin.
Hi. This is the Golden Deer House. You're in
1,
charge of a
2,
different house,
5,
right?
3.
Too bad we
Teresa!
won't see more of each other. I'm happy to learn from you if the opportunity comes up.
Our house is
Sorry, I
now
muted myself for a
Golden
couple of
Deer.
seconds to wash my hands.
Do you know the significance of that name,
Indeed.
Professor?
The last thing
Golden
you want to
Deer
do is
House
have slick hands while
is said to
painting.
have protected Leicester since time immemorial. All 3 of the houses have
I'm doing a madman's game here.
You should feel free to ask
And which
around
is?
if that sort of
I'm
knowledge
playing Age
interests
of
you.
Empires 2, but I made all 8 factions on this map the French, including me.
Oh no.
So you're playing the French Civil War.
Or the early Frenchening.
If you're not busy, if I'm cooped up in
I'm more French than you. Prove it. Ooh la la. Baguette sword.
Indeed.
You're not more French than me. Baguette shield.
The
Oh
thing I
my.
always find funny is everybody wants to focus on France's history during the World Wars for their military history and forget
Yeah.
all the stuff before that.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
they were an absolute powerhouse during the Age of Sail.
I mean,
Like
Napoleon's
they
even-
were a
They were the
beast.
powerhouse from about the time Rome fell onward.
I am pretty sure that Napoleon straight up took over more territory than Hitler ever did.
This is confirmed.
Yes, Napoleon. Hitler's empire seems bigger because it has the backing of the rest of the Axis powers. But yeah. That said, let's not try to mention the painter's name too many times on stream.
Instead, use mine, because I am quite literally resetting up the paint booth.
Oh, okay. Wait, wrong painter! No!
No, this is a good painter. The painter that's not trying to take over the world.
Oh, okay.
Also, how
Yes.
do Bully
That
Snake and
refers to the
Talon?
twin-headed eagle on the Adrestian Empire's coat of arms. And black is the traditional color of the Empire's armor.
Bully
Hence,
Snake?
Black eagles.
There
I
is
s-
a dancer class, but not until later. And it's literally a class like they have to take a class or win a dancing competition, and they unlock the class.
That makes me happy. I actually like it when you have to do roleplay things to get powers.
Wakes up one morning with jacked muscles, can see 20/20, and all from a spider bite.
Oh, you're not
Yep.
suspicious at all.
Indeed.
Hey, bro, remove your mask. I want to see the scars.
Listen to this. Wow, Yuritsa sure seems strong. I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured
It's amazing to
Yuritsa
think at
was
one
natural
point in history, scars were considered a fashion statement and a symbol of status.
I don't think I could hold my own against
Yep.
Yuritsa in battle. I could probably take you though.
Come here, my 3 dozen sets of paintbrushes.
Child, you throw hands. I throw swords and magic.
I throw a mason jar.
Don't throw a mason jar, you might hurt someone.
But as
Well, if they're
waste of
attacking
waste-
me, that's what they deserve.
Oh, okay. I mean, that is sensible.
Is it your panic mason jar? Is that your version of pocket sand?
No. My version of pocket sand is just a 12 gauge.
There is sense to be found in this.
Rests on the results of the mock battle. That's an overstatement, of course. Still, we must.
I wasn't even thinking about the similarity between sand and buckshot.
Well, if you want to do a more closer comparison, be sand versus birdshot.
I know my way
Mm,
around, so
mhm.
I'm happy to help you find
Low
a
brass birdshot 100 yards is not going to kill you, but it's definitely going to bloody hurt.
Monastery has some exceptional
As it should.
facilities that for example, you
But
can
I
enjoy
prefer the
learning
home
your
defense
students with
categories,
them,
which I'm not going to go any
such
further
as
into.
visiting the various facilities with-
This is fair.
Have you noticed those if you the bulletin
Tutorials,
you should take
tutorials.
if you use
Yeet.
Ye thou tutorials.
According to Bully Snake, it's just faster if you throw bullet.
Low brass birdshot is essentially rock salt
Mhm.
when you do it at 50 to 100 yards. High brass birdshot will still kill you at 25 to 50 yards because your velocities are still high. Also, cut shells.
Cut shells?
Oh, this
I
is
do
actually
not know of.
So I should be aware of birdshot made out of trumpets, but not the tuba. Okay.
if your birdshot is about half an inch from the bottom of the shell, it's non-lethal at greater than 50 yards. But it's not a guaranteed you're going to survive things. 9 times out of 10, it's just gonna giant welts. A couple of will probably break skin.
Behold, the
That's-
joke going over Breakdown's head, just like the warning shot.
No. I'm referring to the Rock Salt is Evil by Bully Snake. Low brass birdshot will do the same thing
It is set, of course.
if you have enough range.
Now
To
explain
ans-
the joke to Storm because Storm is not as gun knowledgeable.
He was talking about low brass and high brass, and I said that thus I need, since high brass was more dangerous, I
Yes.
need to go ahead and I need to be afraid of birdshot made out of trumpets, but not out of tubas, because trumpet is a high.
Oh, I get. Okay, I see. It was a music joke, not a gun joke, in fact.
And
I was
Bully
looking
Snake
for it
is
to be a gun joke.
Bully Snake is correct on his statement. Depending on the birdshot, the penetration of small shot is low because of individual pellets have very low energy. However, with low brass, it's considered like a bird round or a hunting round or a practice round. High brass, low brass just means where the brass is around the shotgun shell. That's just how much powder is there. That's what the brass is meant to contain. Is just the expansion of the powder to send whatever it is in the shell downrange. High brass is up to 3¼ inches. That's the magnum rounds. And no matter what you feed in that shell on a magnum round, I don't have a feeling that person's going to have a very nice day. But they make really good hunting rounds. And to answer your question about a cut shell, imagine a cylinder, a normal round cylinder. You're going to take a knife and you're going to cut it in the middle where the wad is at, which is the actual spacer between the powder and whatever you want to shoot at with. So
Okay.
buckshot, birdshot, a single ball bearing or whatever. That wad in the middle, you're going to start cutting from one corner almost all the way around. You don't want to cut it completely in half because you're going to have extraction problems. You're going to leave about 1/4 inch of material and try to have it so that it overlaps. So you're not going all the way through, it's just stopping at a higher ring. When the wad is fired, it'll condense itself for longer distance and it'll act essentially the same thing as a slug.
Okay.
So it's possible to take a certain type of birdshot and have it go down range up to 25, 50 yards and still act somewhat like a slug.
Okay.
Back
That
in the
said,
19...
Yeah,
back
that
in
said,
the
we should
19
probably curtail too much
Yeah.
more gun talk just for the sake of Twitch.
Yeah, no, the last statement was simply this was invented or came around the 1900s when birdshot and buckshot and slugs had a massive difference in the price tags.
Anywho.
So, just a little history knowledge.
Oh,
Sensible.
before I forget, the ABS supports waffles as the superior breakfast food. Pancakes
Oh,
can suck it.
absolutely not.
Do bear in mind that
I just got
This-
rapid poked by Kiwi.
to form lasting bonds
This
between
is a pancake house, my good
and
sir.
I look forward to witnessing your prowess.
Imagining
quite-
Rale getting hyper poked by his wife.
We live in a waffle world.
Now, if your wife came up to you and said brownies all the time,
I mean,
That's-
I'll generally not say no to anything my wife cooks for me, especially if it's a baked good.
that is smart because that's a
She's
fast way.
also previously a professional baker, so
What
She-
hasn't your wife done at this point?
Crimes.
We were teenagers once. You shush. Let me see.
This early? Well, Professor, they're not giving you any time to settle it. Don't worry.
I don't know. She's done a lot. She's one of those people who gets injured all the time, not because they're clumsy, but because the sheer amount of things that they do means statistically it's gonna happen sooner or later.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
All right, there's that. There's power brick. Plug this to that. Plug that into this. And then I have light.
Captain Gerald has hardly. I've aged at least 3 times as. Why am I talking about this? Oh, right. It was because I jumped the leader of a legendary group of knights. Oh, thank you, Professor. I think.
So, what is going on stream that I haven't been aware of in the last couple of days?
Well, I have, I finally got my internet stuff reset for the month, so that's not going to continue as a problem, thankfully. However, let's see. Oh, Mr. Blank has finally done his first successful stream, what with the whole living in a country that has constant blackouts because of a war. So we are glad both for his safety and his victory in finally being able to stream with us. Let's see, what else? What else?
Well,
We have... I've been kind of going through and trying to find all the people who had, like, offered to join ABS and just sort of slipped through the cracks, because, dear lord, were there a lot of you. And,
Fun fact, us 3 were one of the original.
Yep. And yeah, there will be probably a few more Abneys coming up here.
I hear you are lacking in knowledge of the Church of Seros. The library contains countless documents about the teaching.
And I'm sorry, my brain just blanked out. But yeah, so mostly same old. Kind of also trying to set up, like, means by which we can start, you know, going over, like, hey, here's some better ways to go about streaming if you've not streamed before, kind of stuff. Kind of give people instructional.
As a note, Bullet Snakes, they actually have rooms elsewhere also. Like, these are just their, like, teacher rooms. She only has beds because hers is also the infirmary. She's the doctor.
Doctor, give me the news.
Indeed. Yeah, there. Good profile of her. She hits on you, like, immediately upon meeting you.
Oh, I love it. So my joke actually lands.
Yes.
That was not knowledge I had prior. That was just me making that up on the high.
Now you
Oh
know.
my.
Knowing's half
Sorry,
the
on the
battle.
fly.
Anywho. Nope, did not mean to do that, but I think we've cleared out everything we can do at this point, so... will end today's free time.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say we're going to end today's stream. And I was going to go, oh no, we just started.
No, we don't need stuff for Ferdinand. He's already recruited. Save our money. Oh, Dragon has joined us. Huzzah. How do?
Wunderbar.
Ugh. Today's mission. Throw hands.
Alright. What am I going to paint and what colors? Who all is on stream today?
We have Dragon, Bully Snake, Talon, Mr. Brushface, Von Falkenstein, Wolfgang. Oh wait, I'm Wolfgang, and Squatchhammer.
You.
Mr. Brushface. Good sir, give me a color.
So confident.
What, Rale? Did I do something unacceptable?
Each of us has
I can't
undergone
believe you
strict
forgot
training.
your own
We're
dang
prepared
name.
for anything that comes our way. That means there's no need to hold back.
Especially
Well,
considering
I
we
am-
talked about it earlier.
Hey there. Did we miss our invite to this?
I am an
strategy?
easily
Oh,
distractible
no
old
worries.
man.
We'll just join in now.
Simply tell me.
Bully
your
Snake,
purpose
since
and you're welcome
Brushface
to
is
stay.
not going to respond,
But is there
good
enough
sir,
time
I
to count
demand
on
you
all?
give me a single color.
So you can't win unless you know my weakness. Poor princess. You really should believe in yourself more.
For
I
context,
spare
I'm
no
painting,
effort when
so
pursuing victory. As a master of schemes, I should think you would understand.
painting
Play.
minis.
Schemes? Me?
That's just
have
bully,
no
I say.
idea what you're talking about. I plan to fight.
Rail, you already got
as
your
ever.
model.
Hearing the word
Sorry,
Ceres
not Rail, but a
spelled
Storm Song.
would be a bad omen.
No, I said bully,
Your
like as
Highnesses
it's a
haven't
good
known me
thing.
for very long,
Ah.
but you already have
Bully
me
was
figured out,
like,
don't you?
No need
Yes, the
Something-
British term.
Yeah.
I will fight
Bully.
you on.
Bully!
That said, I
So
will
does
fight
that
to
mean
win.
Bully Snake is just a
Yes.
most excellent
And
snack?
the same is true of us.
Essentially.
Right, Professor?
Nope, just grab another Herbie.
If that is how you feel, then I will not hold back.
I shall
Child,
grab.
you're about to learn your
how
lesson.
precious.
I shall grab the one that's
Looks
already
like you
been
and the
based
students have become
with the
fast
top hat.
friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with
Bully
the
Snake
students,
doesn't want
I'm
to
afraid
a
it's
color on the
about
model,
time for
apparently.
the faculty strategy meeting.
Ah, how time flies. And
What he
that
wants
means I'll
is a
see you
snake
later.
that will be
Ada
play.
Gardner. Professor?
Unfortunately, I don't have a battle mech call a snake.
Is there anything like a cobra or a
Talon? Oh my, that seems counterintuitive.
no? Well, I mean, if text, some people that works on them. I know it's weird. You're weird,
Oh.
Talon, but if it makes you feel better, good.
Bully was a pet snake he had.
That's sweet.
All right. So, the trick with this battle is that we have to fight both of the other houses. And it starts with these two right here. Okay.
So what is the breakdown for each one of these named characters on screen? Because it looks like some have infantry and some don't.
So each of them has different proficiencies of things they're better with. For instance, he's good with lances, he's good with bows, he's good with bows, axes. So that's the teacher, and she uses holy magic.
Go back to the teachers real quick, please.
Yes.
Straight down. Straight down. The next one down.
Her?
On the bottom of the screen? Right there. What is in front of her with that icon below her?
There's a little wall that you can break.
Oh, that right there is a wall?
Impassable until attacked and destroyed.
Oh. Never mind. I
There.
thought it might have been some sort of inventory for a second.
And then you got Ash over here. So, Ash and everyone in this direction are all the same team. And then everyone else is the other team. They will fight each other. The objective is to get the most KOs without losing any of my units. On that note,
Idea? Not sure if it's a smart one, but I have an idea for units on screen.
What?
Starting from your deployment, which I'm assuming is on the bottom right,
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible, or advisable in this case, to flank on the left side and right side of the tree directly in front of you?
Now I'm gonna go into the trees on the left side
Ah, so the trees are passable.
and then hit them where it hurts.
I was under the impression trees were not passable.
No, they are. Entirely. Okay, yes,
Unless life goes by Pokemon logics.
Which is what I was assuming.
Ah.
Nope, not in this case. Okay, yeah, these two are generally gonna be the easiest one.
Alright, I shall in that case work on the green Irby that I've been painting.
Yeah, this is at least a decently enough balanced base team. Okay. We will work with what we got for now. Senpai Guard falls in battle.
The mock battle is finally here. Will you lead us to victory?
Yes.
I'm sure you already understand, but the house that defeat... Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
So defeated or not, permanently lost.
I will prevail.
Hmm.
Stay focused. I am Ferdinand von Iron. Battle. As you wish.
None of your shallow tactics are required, Claude. Ignatz and I will dismantle the opposition.
Me? But I'm not ready. Are you making light of our new professor? If you drop your guard, you're gonna get hurt.
Ash, can you move to the front lines? I want to lure the enemy this way.
Got it, Your Highness.
So, Rale, I haven't seen you much this week. How have you been?
I have been a little stressed out, having to do computer upgrades and things being annoying with it.
I'm on it.
Yes. That great thing which our society requires, but also is cursed by.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. Alright, start.
Would you like to upgrade to Windows 11 today? No, please stop doing that. Yay, the gemstone red is finally back into paint. And
Excellent.
not
Like
liquid.
the boil he is.
Lost? You are not.
Alright, now...
Turn him into snack food. Or at least this badge.
That would be far too snacky for our own good.
But it would be absolutely proper.
This is fair.
Well done, Teach. I may have to take this seriously after all.
Claude
Alrighty
being
then.
serious is actually a threat, because if I remember correctly, he actually obtained his position by poisoning everyone in front of him.
Oh, that is the wrong color.
He sounds like a charming gentleman.
He had a very rough life before he obtained his position. Okay,
Perhaps
so...
I should retreat.
Nosferatu. You will not retreat, you will heal yourself by draining the enemy of their vitality. Then we will actually go what we got. Need more detail. 5. Weaver should be able to attack without losing any. Yeah. Context, kills get more XP than just fighting.
Sensible.
Standard anime logic. Standard video game logic, too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can move him up here. Attack. Oh, Lance. Stibbity stabbity.
This was beneath me.
There we go.
So, Rale, when did you get into the Fire Emblem?
Oh,
Because I know
God.
Fire Emblem goes back all the way back to the NES.
I've been in Fire Emblem since it first came to the US.
So all the way back on the Super Nintendo or the original Nintendo?
It came to the US on the Game Boy Advance, actually. Previous games before that never actually were properly translated. So the first one was Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advanced. I can't remember what the subtitle is, because I've only ever known it by OG Fire Emblem. That's the one with Eliwood in it, who never made it into Smash Brothers. Funnily enough, Eliwood's son is Roy, the one who appears in Smash Brothers, and that's actually the first game for that setting is Roy's game, and then Eliwood's game is a prequel, but was the first game to come to the US. I don't know why.
Let me see.
Could engage these two and then only have to worry about one more predictable team, but they are behind this wall, and that makes it a pain in the ass. But we can probably set up for an ambush in that direction, so we'll try that.
Okay, so the very first one was Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light.
Yes, that's the one that Martha's from.
Then there's one called Gaiden, after that in 92. That first one was 90. 94 brought us Mystery of the Emblem. 96 was Genealogy of the Holy War. Arcanian War Chronicles was 97. Thracia 776 was 99. And then into the 2000s we get Binding Blade, Blazing Blade, Sacred Stones, Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Shadow Dragon. 2010 onward, we get New Mystery of the Emblem, Awakening, Fates, Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
That
appears to be something else.
Yeah, it's
one of those weird side things. Heroes, Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, Warriors, Three Houses, here we are. And then Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Encore, Warriors, Three Hopes, and now one in the works called Engage.
Engage is
Oh, no,
already
no.
out.
Okay, no, it is out, so yeah. And does Engage the same characters as this one?
No.
Okay.
Generally, almost every Fire Emblem is a different world and a different set of characters. Some of them are in the same world in a different time period.
Yeah, but like Final Fantasy, it's often self-contained.
Yeah. Blazing Blade and Binding Blade are the parents and children. Hector is an absolute unit in Blazing Blade and one of my favorite characters.
I'd like to take it easy.
Wunderbar.
Context, he's kind of not the best unit at the beginning of the game, but if you level him up, he becomes the best unit in the game.
So he has that trope of, I'm weak! 30 years later, I'm
never
God!
Weak, he's just inaccurate at first. But by the time he gets to his second class and gets powered up, he's no longer inaccurate and hits like a freight train.
This sounds like a man to know.
I don't have anything to stir this with. Big sad.
Okay. That puts these two in bait range. Let's see how this goes. I don't think anyone's actually in danger, so... He moved back. Oh, Hilda's got a hand axe. How rude.
How old?
It's not as good as the hammer.
Hammers are an actual weapon in the game. They have the special effect of doing bonus damage to armor units.
Which
As they
is
should.
actually somewhat more realistic as games go.
Fun history fact, when armors became very popular during the Middle Ages, hammers and pickaxes, or sorry, war picks became more prevalent because they were designed to bash and break into the metal. Well, not necessarily the metal itself, but the bone underneath.
Guess I'll just have to settle for cheering you
Although that's why the pick style of hammer became more popular, because it could theoretically break the metal if, you know.
Oh,
whacked.
it could absolutely. You just gotta equal enough force to do it.
Yep.
Oh, and Bully Snake, the trees will not speak blue team because blue team's not smart enough to speak tree. Instead, blue team will eventually decide to charge me when I engage them and promptly get stomped into the dirt.
Indeed.
Where are those long ass Q-tips I had?
Okay, now...
They're in my pants.
Rale,
Oh, I actually get XP.
could you please hold him still while I retrieve my product?
No.
They're mine. I love them.
I do not touch people who are not wanting to be touched.
But you stole my stuff.
Does she have any combat arts? She has smash. But unfortunately, it looks like she'll do. So, context. You can see where it says 16 might. That's how much damage I'll do. And that's if I use smash. But if I don't use that, I attack faster and will do 2 times 13. So more net damage.
I see.
Ooh, though, really low chance to hit. So we're gonna up the chance to hit and use smash. And the crest triggered anyways. I don't remember what her crest does, but I think that was a waste of the crest triggering. Because I'm pretty sure hers allows her to drain HP.
I shall use an Allen key instead.
As a note, stats-wise, Hilda here is discount Edelgard.
Context.
If you take the yellow team, you get Hilda. If you take the red team, you get Edelgard. Hilda fills a similar role, beefy axe wielder. Edelgard is better at that role, being comparable to Hector of if you level her up, she can solo the final boss.
Oh my.
Okay, who do we want
So
to
it's like the iconic joke, Olga. For the big buff Russian women who don't need no man.
Yeah, he's not risking death from this, and potentially gains HP and a level.
Ouch! Was that really necessary?
Yes! It's a battle! Also, that's the other reason, is Hilda is not anywhere near as enjoyable as Edelgard as a character. She's just better in every way. Can't remember, what does her crest do? Raises might. Okay, so it just increases her damage.
Might Guy here to say, do your push-ups, folks. You never know when you need to take down a boss.
Indeed.
Okay, seems like that's the plan.
Think this through.
You know what you will know? When you fucked up.
Is the teacher acting like a ref in this scenario?
More like the flag in a game of capture the flag. In this case, though, it's beat the flag into the dirt.
Then she really is the final boss.
Yeah, they're both casters, but they're also both carrying memories. I think. Oh no, he's got an intermediate seal. That's how you change classes, is the seals.
I will prevail.
Yeah, that'll do.
accidentally wound up a patient in my own infirmary.
For Lady Edelgard.
Get styled on.
So styling.
So, you've made it past Manuela, eh? I see now I must focus and then make my move.
Alright, did I crush the pigment correctly into the right powder?
Maybe.
Seeing as how I've been working this gemstone red for the last couple of minutes, trying to recover it, I hope so.
Alright, see? They're rushing us. So, we're gonna bait them into position.
She does not sound like she's having a fun time.
Hon, you okay? Just breathed wrong.
Oof.
Sometimes
Tell
it be
Kiwi
like
not to do that. We like her. We want her to stay healthy forever.
Storm
I like her
says not
puns.
to do that. He likes you. Stay healthy forever. Her response was, "What's that like?"
No, I'm a sad song.
Oh, is he out of attack magic? He is out of attack magic. Okay, noted.
He did ta putty tat.
It might be best just to buy another bottle.
He's also out of attack magic. Okay, so I've got no more spellcasters. Throw hands it is. Oh, what the heffly hoffly. What's his ability do? Oh, if he doesn't wait, he gets defense +4, and at this low level, that's a big buff.
Ooh.
Oh, how do I handle this?
Make him do an action.
Yep, we're just gonna bait him into an attack. Archer's down, so that's good.
Inevitable. I must get stronger.
Good enough. I'd like to pull this off without losing any characters.
Well done.
Enjoy your supper, bully.
It's time. We can finally settle the question of who's stronger.
Very well.
Nope, gemstone is just gone.
With you as my opponent,
Big sad.
I won't hold anything back.
I would expect no less.
Wonderful.
Have a good time, Big Snake. Going off to lunch. Or technically going off dinner, he said.
Yes.
Okay, Senpai is healed. Dimitri is taught a lesson.
Nope. Two of them are just gone. They're just dried out and too solid.
I must get stronger.
Oh, that's a good level. Look at that. Yeah.
My training was insufficient.
Context.
I'm
How
so
levels
sorry.
work in this game
The rest
is
is
when
up
you
to you.
level up, every stat has a percentage chance to increase. HP almost always increases by at least one.
Okay.
Different classes and different characters have different chances for those stats to increase. and those are called growth rates.
Okay.
So say your character naturally has a 20% chance for their strength to increase, and then their class has a 30% chance. They have an overall 50% chance to get a strength increase upon level up.
Okay.
Numbers.
Indeed.
Oh, he can't fight without his magic. I could have sworn he could at least throw hands, but oh well.
No hands for him.
Okay.
No hand, Jimmy Neutron.
Another step forward.
Right, and now we wait. And hope he doesn't manage to take anybody out.
Hmm.
And Art can't even damage him. Lindhart's orientation is spellcaster anyways. That's not his fault. Ferdy is gonna get the most out of this. Okay. And can't even finish the job, but he'll get XP.
That was nothing.
No, he needs to do his job.
That game. He did the job, he just can't finish the job. It's okay. We have the main character power for that.
There's a power for that.
Your Highness.
I like that X.
Should I have held back?
Okay.
I like his stick.
Take it easy.
And I'm out of heal charges, which means it's time to stand on the circle. Prepare for riveting gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
Bully, I need to order some food. So, Rale, what is your favorite kind of food to order out normally?
I don't really order out, I'll go out for food, but that just
The
depends on
question
what I'm in
still
the mood
stands.
for.
I have the bite for Chinese or Japanese and pasta.
Then do Chinese pasta, something like lo mein.
Lo mein is actually on the brain. There
It is a sensible choice, all things considered.
I'll be
There's
honest, I don't really care for Chinese food or Japanese food. Yeah,
In the
for as
same
much a
vein
dweeb
of
as I am.
pasta, on the same vein of pasta, what is your favorite type of pasta?
Again, it depends on what I'm in the mood for. Some pastas are good for some meals and not for others. I generally don't care for spaghetti, though.
Please explain.
I find spaghetti does not actually take that well to sauce compared to other types of noodles. So I taste the spaghetti and then the sauce as separate units rather than as a unified whole.
Not so nice in the blending.
Oh god, okay, so Edelgard can already take on the boss by herself. Noted.
Goodness. The leadership of someone with actual battle experience
Oh,
is...
we've got
Don't
12
bully your
viewers.
teachers.
Yay.
I was as good as useless.
Well, how was that?
All right, that's that. The winner of this mock battle is...
Have you ever noticed that some restaurants on places like DoorDash have a really bad presentation of their own meal?
We defeated both houses masterfully.
Like some restaurants will take the time and presentation so that the photo they use looks good to the eye, while other places don't.
I don't know, I've never used DoorDash. I don't order delivery.
I
live outside
usually
city limits, so...
Yeah, whereas being a trucker, I imagine you have to eat out probably at least somewhat often.
I try not to, but it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
Like there would be days where I just don't feel like making anything, so I'll just grab whatever I can, but there's nothing around me.
Excellent work today, Professor.
My go-to cheap meal is usually a tuna sandwich.
Yes, it was. Further proof that you're well qualified.
Roast pork lo mein or beef lo mein.
That was impressing, Professor.
Let's go with beef,
I mean,
even though it's slightly more expensive.
we gained a victory because of your great leadership.
We certainly did. We all tried our best, of course, but we couldn't have won without you.
I was curious
Yeah,
what it would look like
I
if you did
forgot
not
they were
hold
doing
back,
this.
and you
Would
did
you
not
like to order
disappoint.
alcohol with your food?
I dare say we owe our victory to
Nope.
Lady Edelgard.
How so?
Remind me, guys, is a pint smaller than a quart?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it too much, Linhart.
Even though I'm
All that matters
American,
is that we won.
I do get some of my Americanisms wrong. Or I
Because
forget.
they are wrong, naturally.
Well, remember, like, if we can't understand our own doctrine, then the enemy certain as hell can't.
This is true.
Was it something I said? Is it so odd, me talking about togetherness? If so, that perception must change. In fact, I'm canceling the
Much like some of the younger men who went, jokes from the world wars never get old.
of course.
To answer Dragon, yes, I'm ordering DoorDash. I'm ordering Chinese noodle. And the question they offered was pint versus a quart, and a quart was an extra $4.17.
Your work with the students was remarkable. I can see Gerald trained you well. I do hope you were
I'm
able to use
offering,
the
or
occasion
sorry,
to
ordering,
bond with
not
the
offering.
students.
No, I'm ordering food. So I don't have to leave stream and hop in the car and go downtown and then drive back.
Than if you use this coming year to grow
For which we're
closer
grateful.
still.
We would miss our
Of course, the mock
breakdown.
battle was mere practice. The real fight
I
is
miss
the
being
battle of the
home.
Eagle and Lion, which will take place during
Oh,
the
fun
Waterloo
fact, I
Movement.
found a,
You
well,
are
I thought I
expected to
found a
properly
local
train
job
your
recently.
students so as not to humiliate the academy during the
The
long
starting
held
pay was
tradition that is
$27
the
an hour,
combat.
and I was home every night guaranteed.
As
Ooh.
for today,
I went to the
I have
website
come
and
here
it
to
doesn't
tell you
exist.
of your
Called
mission
the
for the month ahead.
recruiting office. I was like,
Your
hey,
class is to dispose of
yada
some
yada.
bandits causing trouble nearby.
All of my qualifications, which is
Those
pretty
affiliated
extensive
with
for my job.
Garrison Monastery have a moral
They were actually
obligation
surprised
to
I had
help those in
everything.
need, regardless of social
But
standing.
she politely explained that the
Students,
job
no
is not
exception.
actually available
Each
at
month
this
before the
time.
newly birthed moon
Mm.
departs, each house of
That Arte
students
sucks, or?
must complete their assigned mission.
However, I
Your
am on the
work to
list,
complete
so
the
I
task
will be
at hand
calling once a
alongside
month.
your students and report back to the Archbishop before the
This
deadline.
is
Because
a good plan.
I will soon provide you with the
$27 an
necessary
hour
details for
and
your
their
first
minimum
mission.
payment to
Until
you, the
tomorrow, I
driver,
expect
is
you don't forget, and I
$1,250 a
despise
week.
repeating myself.
This too is
I
excellent.
sense something special
I
within
need a
you.
minimum of 900
I
before
have
I'll get
high
off the
hopes
truck
for
and
you.
come home every day. Because otherwise I can't pay the mortgage. And feed myself.
Do you recall when we first met?
Please pay the
You
mortgage.
shall not fall so shamelessly again, correct?
We do not want you to be a homeless breakdown.
You know words for me. Do not tell me that
Technically,
you are
I'm a
shocked
gypsy.
to hear from me.
Explain your meaning on that
You
one.
ought to know that I
A
am
gypsy
always
never
with
stays in
you.
one place at one time for
To
any
hear
length of
my
time.
voice should not
Ah.
come as a shock.
Every single day, I'm usually in a different state.
Hmm. Okay.
My favorite day. Oh, my favorite day. You're on the west side of Texas. You're literally at the, I believe it's the New Mexico border.
Oh.
Maps. Let me fact check myself. Oh, I was right. Yay. So you're on the most west part of Texas, which is Fort Bliss. Sorry. Yeah, Fort Bliss, El Paso.
Why do I get the feeling that Fort Bliss isn't a great place to be?
It borders literally Mexico.
Behold the spoopy villain.
Fort Bliss is quite literally cut in half compared to Mexico and the states.
So,
I'm looking at the maps. It takes 2.5 days to go from Fort Bliss to the east side of Texas when you're governed at 65.
Now I must locate your replacements.
Underestimating the night. Now I will locate your replacements. Wah ah 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 ah.
yes, evil make evil person.
What, is this the same damn bandit from earlier?
That's the bandit from earlier, yes.
Does he become a good guy or does he not make another appearance?
No, he dies.
Oh.
He is disposed of for failing in his task.
Part 1. White Clouds. Heartstring Moon. Familiar scenery. In honor of the saints whose births or deaths took place under this moon, the people perform music once beloved by those divine beings. Whether by harp, by flute, or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared between farmers as they sow their seeds.
Oh, hey, one of the saved icons I have on my phone is permanently closed now. Goodbye, Foodland.
And running, and wall. And running, and
No, not the wall.
jump, and wall.
I sank their battleship and their wall.
Whoa! No! There are new places to explore in the monastery. We got cash monies.
Wunderbar.
As you have already been notified, your mission is to subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study, but this is a precious opportunity to provide them with practical experience. The Knights will support your mission and are prepared to offer their assistance if necessary. In short,
that photo is going into memes.
Battle. You must be prepared for anything. You will receive
But are the memes going into that photo?
Oh, absolutely.
Use your time wisely.
Very well, but be ready to pay the price for your actions.
Well, go look for yourself.
The Knights are well aware of our
I will when I'm not currently distracted with all the things.
It seems unlikely that we would lose. Still, let's do all we can to prepare.
We have a whole month to prepare.
You seem well. Are you adjusting to life at the monastery?
Not unless they attack early.
Oh, I didn't expect
Speaking of,
that
I did
answer.
not place the order for my food.
When we were mercenaries, I handled everything.
Why do you want $5
Besides
for
battle,
2
you
pork
didn't have
rolls?
much contact with people, did you? I thought being thrown
Because
into a
raisins?
would be a bit much for you. But I guess I had nothing to worry about. By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now, but don't forget it's the first real taste of battle for those brats. It'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your little pupils die. So stay vigilant and lead them well. I wish I could offer you my support, but
Ooh.
Lady Rale won't allow it.
No,
For
go
now,
back to the app. I
I'll
need
try
the
to
app.
figure out what she wants from you. I don't mind
Search.
you settling into your life here, but don't let your guard
Gohan.
down, ever.
Gohan Bistro? Yes! My favorite ramen shop in Fayetteville is doing DoorDash.
Okay, it's Annette's birthday. We don't particularly care about her.
That is unfortunate.
I went my spicy tuna.
Okay, so normally it's not going to actually give me the option yet, but you can do seminars, battles, rest, or explore on each Sunday. Because there's 2 little events, you see the fish hook and the knife and fork on the 11th there. That means there's events, and those are both ones that are specific to exploring. So we would want to explore anyways, even if that weren't our only option.
Okay.
Also, we have access to the marketplace now. Alright. Just so I can look at what they've got. Steel weapons that I can't afford. Mace, which is the baby hammer.
Large size. Poke bowl. Organic brown rice. Add to cart. Yes, start new order. Egg rolls. Or some sort of roll.
Item shop.
Breakdown. What is best in life?
Going fast.
Oh, okay.
Going fast, hot rod, money. Friends if they stay around.
Yay.
Okay.
All of mine locally broke apart during COVID.
That's unfortunate.
set goals for people. Yeah, that works for her.
Yes, dragon, they come in pints.
He was probably referring to my pasta earlier, which I've already made statements on.
Indeed.
Actually, we could use him knowing writing. Also writing. So what these focuses are is what they focus on their own studying.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll help them get their skills up faster. So I'm adjusting to custom things so that they'll level up proper. What do we want? I don't remember the exact limits on flying, but I know she's good with flying. Okay. That should be good for now. Statistics. Oh, DLC
I did not
supplies.
know my favorite shop had Japanese ice cream. I will not attempt to order Japanese ice cream to get delivered to my house because it's on the other side of town.
Ooh. Yeah, that could be rough. Just like being a dog! Woof!
Oh, have you actually seen that reincarnated as my crush's dog?
No, I've not.
That is the literal name. And the premise.
Well, I imagine it would be false advertising otherwise.
Yeah. The implications it may or may not have, I was like, yeah, this is one I'm probably going to skip. Funny name, however.
Possibly wise.
I need your help.
I actually thought of a story for an isekai the other day, and it was like wholesome and sweet, but also kind of sad. Or not an isekai, but more of just like a heroic anime. I guess it could be seen as an isekai. So the premise would be roughly something to the effect of woman dies, having been a holy woman and having lived a good life, she's designated to be a holy guardian, kind of an angel archon thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she is assigned to a paladin who she's told is struggling right now. And she realizes it's her now widowed husband.
Yeah,
And
that's a problem.
And so she's a ghost trying to help him, like do his, all his loyalties and whatnot, being a good paladin. And he's trying to, remain loyal to her. And she wants him to move on because she wants him to live, a full and happy life. And so it's like her being in the weird position of wanting him to, yes, mourn her as is right, but not to, live forever mourning her.
So that puts her in an awkward position of being his therapist and dating coach.
Oh, he doesn't know she's there.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, no, he knows that there's like a divine power watching over him and helping him in his duties, and he's a brave knight, but he doesn't know she is who's watching over him. At least not until a later part of the story.
If there is one thing I would ask my supervisor in a scenario if I was her, give me the ability to operate or manipulate small objects.
Yeah, and she does have powers like that, but like he'd really have to be looking for her to get his attention, because she's also supposed to try to not directly interfere so much as give him the means to carry out his task.
The way I would interfere, straight up, I'll tell him I need one pass, because it's going to be blatant. The minute he starts depressing himself. You're like, it was my fault, yada yada yada.
I'm actually very busy right now.
Before he says that, just write a note in a book somewhere. Just that one page and put a book note on it. So whenever he starts doing this, I can just grab the book, bonk him on the head with it, and drop it in his lap and open it up to that one page.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there would probably be room for little things like that.
I have agreement.
But yeah, it was just like this, like, well, I've now just figured out how to write an anime equivalent to
Would you kindly do something for me?
the Dead Poet Society, or What Dreams May Come.
I got one for you. Haunted cooking show. The wife has already passed. In the same scenario, it's just in the kitchen. She's allowed to do whatever she wants. So she holds up a spoon, points at him, and she points to a box on the wall, and just stares there like, make food. Be an adult. But I don't want it. Hits you with spoon. Points at food. Points at food.
That's pretty good.
I didn't expect they'd order us to risk our lives.
It's like your grandma. Grandma, I'm not hungry. If grandma had Mewtwo powers, or I'm sorry, Mew powers, teleports food in the middle of your stomach. Grandma, you can't do that! Teleports more food into your stomach. By the way, that's a reference to an actual comic, and yes, Mew actually did that to Mewtwo. He teleported a literal berry into his stomach, and he freaked out. You can't just do that to people!
Even members of the church are
Yes, I can.
trampling around in there, causing trouble.
Can and may.
I love the fact that Mewtwo, from our early generation of Pokemon, like the original Mewtwo movie, and Mewtwo, which is the remake, from what I understand, of the Mewtwo movie, are two separate beings. And in this comic, they are literally two separate beings. One with a male voice, one with a female voice, but they don't need genders to reproduce. They just need a flower. And the willingness to have a kid.
Oh, that's
Pokemon are
adorable.
weird. But not unless you... it's adorable if you only find one flower. It's horrifying if you find a group of flowers.
Oh.
Because it's implied and proven in the comic that the more flowers you find, the more kids you're going to have. And they don't hatch like eggs. They actually birth like mammals. So there's a whole birthing scenario. And it's not shown specifically in the comics, but they just show that Mewtwo shows up in a tent, and then all of a sudden, the next scene, there's a baby in her hands, and I was like, that's horrifying. And then you learn later on about the flower trick, and that becomes even more horrifying.
Yeah, no.
I wish my bistro would tell me how many egg rolls are in the order. California roll. Yeah, no. California roll. $6. How many? Doesn't say. Avocado roll, $6. Vegetation roll, $6. Eel and avocado roll, 8.5. Spicy tuna roll, 6.5. Salmon avocado, 8.0. I'm like, yo, I just want a standard spring roll. I just want 2 spring rolls for like $3.50. Fine, I'll just order this.
Order
Surely
it.
the most riveting
Order it
game
as hard
for
as you can.
But doing this stuff is actually important.
Is Gohan Bistro open today? Yes. Okay, DoorDash.
Oh, hi, Professor. I'm rather busy right now, so do make it quick. Ah, you can tell?
Large bowl, bulky bowl, organic rice. Cool. That is all current.
You know, Professor, there are some like the other night. I went on a date with a dashing, handsome, strong young knight. Oh, I'm a bit weak just remembering him. Anyway, do you know what that no-good jerk said when we got back to my room? He said, What a mess. I'm afraid to go in there. Can you believe it? You know who cares about keeping everything neat and tidy? Not me, that's who. Afraid to go in there. Some knight he is.
She is the doctor, and her room is a mess. Note to self, don't get injured at school.
Well, that's actually kind of fitting to go on to a trope real quick. Rale, are you familiar with the whole trope that men's rooms are dirty and girls' rooms are clean? However, the men's cars are immaculate while girls' cars are trashed?
Yes, it's an old and kind of dumb joke.
No, it's a trope, specifically because my sister was like that. Her room was always clean, but not her car. Well, my room was cluttered to all belief, but my car was completely clean. Until I moved to North Carolina and all that pollen.
Okay. Now then, get special bonding bites today.
Storm Song.
Yes.
Not trying to name where you're at, but what region are you in again? It's a time zone.
Mountain time. I live in the Rockies.
How is your pollen season?
Not
asking
as like splattery as yours, but also way the fuck drier.
Yeah, you're in the mountains. You don't have the ocean off your back corner.
Yeah, so like in some ways it's not as bad, and in some ways it's worse.
We'll do Ash, because we do want to recruit him eventually.
As
Yeah, no, when pollen season over here starts, it is literally a giant green cloud.
This looks delicious.
The first time I detailed my car, I spent 3.5 hours on it, between washing, waxing, interior, and detailing. I had nothing else to do. So I finally took my nice clean 04 Neon, which wasn't a great car to begin with. I just went out to go visit some friends. I park under a tree, not knowing about this beforehand. I go in for a couple hours. I come outside to hang out with my friends as I smoke real quick, because I needed some sunlight. And my gray car went green. I mean, complete lime green. It was covered head to toe. I lost my ever-loving crap.
That's enough, Leone. If I don't know, how could my child?
It's not normal to
So yeah, you got the full treatment, as it were.
By the time you're forgetting your own age, you're past the point of caring.
I guess if you put it that way, you've got a point.
I have a request.
Let's see if they'll fill it, because it's apparently 22 minutes before they stop doing DoorDash.
That said, I hear you've been tasked with hunting down bandits, right? Sounds like you'll be fighting alongside the knights.
If not, I get to go somewhere else for food.
Your performance in the mock battle was exceptional, Professor. Perhaps we could train together sometime.
Yay, they're going to fill it.
It is better if you do not. If you spend too much time around a man of Dusker, there will be rumors.
So, Rale, what's going on currently in the story?
Right now, I am prepping for throwing hands with bandits.
For some students, this will be their first time stepping on. It's important that
Do the bandits know you're going to throw hands?
As for me,
not yet.
Do I look green to you? Is there anything else?
So your kiddos are being given their first real like hardcore assignment.
Have much to, you should
Students, we're going to war. Who are we going to war with? Tax collectors.
No, we are the tax collectors. It's literally the nobles, my dude.
It's thanks to my adoptive father, Lenato. He is the very model of chivalry.
No. Not the tax collectors.
It's the tax man.
Look, not all of them are bad. Some are tax collectors.
Libertarian reading intensifies.
Do you know the Empire's the full explanation may be?
Well, there was old lady Jensen who fed the entire village during the last famine. She gets a pass, and everybody knows it.
My opinion on government could best be supplied as You need to have a government, because if you don't have a government, then someone else's government is going to come and give you the British special.
Oh yes, this is quite true.
All right, I will list the 6 great noble families. There's Caspar's father, Count Burgles, the Minister of Military Affairs. Then there's Linhardt's father, Count Hevering, the Minister of Domestic Affairs. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is the Minister of Religious Affairs. Hubert's father, Marquis Vestra, is the Minister of the Imperial Household. Finally, we have Duke Gert, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and my own father, Duke Eyre, the Prime Minister. One day, I will take his place as the Prime Minister of the Empire. I am more talented than anyone in my class. Even
So, gentlemen, what is on your mind?
I will lead the Empire to a bright, enlightened future.
I'm just recovering after a long-ass week.
I'm plotting
Same.
exactly what I need to do with the characters.
There is nothing I can...
Oh, poor Ferdy.
What happened?
Ferdy is eternally stuck playing second fiddle to Edelgard.
Is he the main OC?
No, Ferdinand is this guy with the orange hair. He is the son of the Prime Minister of the Empire that Edelgard is inheriting.
I hear the Officers' Academy of the Monastery with the eastern region of Fodland.
But he does not like to play that second fiddle, I gather.
That is how the established...
I'm pretty sure he chafes a little bit under it. Not a lot, but a little.
No.
He is actually generally loyal to her.
Yeah, I've been watching through Iron-Blooded Orphans, and
oh boy,
that story gave me some sads the other day.
Oh yeah, no, it's a gut punch in the feelings. We've been joined by a whacker.
Uncle Whacker!
Whacker! We need some entertainment. Choose a topic.
Elephants.
What about elephants do you like?
I
well,
think
they are also fans of peanuts, the superior survival food.
Yes.
Potato.
I was also hoping that we could get some cursed facts from the foxiest of Kiwis as well.
To offer your prayers to the goddess, Professor?
Kiwi, cursed facts, go.
Specifically peanuts.
You don't sound terribly.
Are y'all hearing background noise on me? Can y'all hear that fan I've got going, or is everything okay?
You're clear.
You're
Everything
good on my
is,
end.
As far as I can tell, quite kosher.
Dedicated to the 4 saints. Do you know of them?
Excellent.
Saint Indec, Saint Macula.
Saint Kathleen!
Now that you are a member of the church, I have something to ask of you.
I'm just over here painting minis. Watching Rale in the corner. Foxy Kiwi. Something about babies.
That was pretty tame, Foxy.
Hey Foxy, what is the average boiling point for peanut-based oil? Cooking oil specifically.
Did you come to pray to the goddess? Me too.
I understand peanut-based cooking oil usually has a lower burning point and a lower flash point.
It's got a higher smoke point.
Okay.
I'm okay with elephants killing poachers.
Same.
That's like Darwinism at work.
This is fair.
Don't be mean to creatures that can pick up an entire tree with just their trunk.
And apparently have enough of a memory to know how to take revenge in the traditional sense of the word.
Right.
You guys heard about that one in, well, obviously in India. in India, there was a woman that was killed by an elephant. Now it was confirmed that she had actually been kind of abusive to the elephant, and so it's like, well,
Came
yeah.
back with vengeance upon her corpse afterwards too.
Yes, it came and it actually broke into the what do you call those things?
Graveyards.
No.
Funerals.
Incinerator. Crematorium. And just picked up her corpse and smashed it around.
Several times.
And it knew who specifically, and it did not harm anyone else.
That's pretty metal.
Professor, I was just looking for my... Well,
Yeah, so...
pale blue cloth.
Fun fact, elephants normally are pretty nice and kind creatures.
Oh, yes. They're kind of like us. They're a social animal, and they're rather intelligent.
They're gentle giants unless abused.
Yes.
Don't abuse the giant.
It's generally not considered a healthy policy to begin with.
Yeah, don't ever mess with something that can yeet you across the room.
Always be nice to the people that prepare and handle your food.
Them too. Scale of 1 to 97. Don't want to get poisoned.
Fun fact, I'm ordering basically raw tuna in a bowl.
Fun fact, I'm eating raw salmon on a vegetable.
Ah.
I ordered a bowl of ramen from my local ramen shop. It is brown organic rice, avocado, a couple of veggies, with, I believe, tuna. Yep,
what is
tuna.
pyramid water? Rale.
Feel it? I have
What
no
is-
idea. It's some fancy water from somewhere that's applied to the plants to help them grow better.
You're supposed to know these things.
Did you say pyramid water?
Aramid water.
Aramid, okay. It sounds like a reference to Araman, who is a mythological figure of darkness?
I thought it was more like you know how pyramids are mids that are made out of pier? Well, maybe it's a mid that's made out of air.
Sounds kind of mid.
Speaking of mid, here's today's dad joke calendar joke.
Oh, God.
Have you ever traveled on a flying carpet? It's such a rugged experience.
You heard us, Daddy. I didn't mean that in, like, a sexual way. I was literally, like,
Dad
never
joke,
mind.
yes.
I thought it was fine.
The joke is it's a dad joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, every time Rale tells another dad joke, a part of my soul dies.
Yep.
Savior, thank you.
Remember, every time you breathe, an orphan infant bleeds.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cursed facts with storms on that are probably not true.
Okay. That's fair.
Sing for you. Do you not like my voice?
Also, I bought the good Kikkoman soy sauce, so I'm not eating that grocery store bullshit.
And this too we praise.
On this day in 1990, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles premiered.
Ooh. Wait,
That
the movie?
The
first one?
original. The original.
Yeah.
Yay. I love that movie.
33 years ago.
It's one of
Shut
those,
up,
like,
breakdown.
it's one of those, like, forever watchable films.
Agreed.
Although you are making poor Whacker feel old.
Kiwi in the chat throwing shade on Kiko Man.
Look, Woman, I don't care. It's better than the grocery store bullshit.
Thanks for your help.
It is grocery store bullshit.
I
Apparently.
don't care. It's good. Look, the raw, deceased flesh of sea creatures that I'm dipping in it, it makes it tasty. It's good. So imagine I'm putting on the whole sunglasses thing that says deal with it. So there you go. Imagine that in the theater of your mind.
Imagine the theater of your mind in that.
Thank you, Storm.
Your grammar was almost as bad as that image I just saw.
That has to say something, because you see a lot of bad images.
That reminds me.
That is true.
Well, that was a rather tame game.
So here's a thought
Also,
for you.
Storm, I have Halo apparently working at this point.
Wunderbar!
Huzzah.
The next assignment is to tell me something, Professor. When it comes to I knew it.
Yes, Techie has been promising me all the wonderful madness that comes with Cursed Halo.
Not really sure what it is.
I don't even understand what this cursed Halo is, but...
So imagine Halo 3, well, Halo 1 as well, but we're doing 3 for the sake of getting more players in. And the campaign mode has been altered so that things are way more cursed, such as having an overly long Jeep, or a overly long, what are they called? Puma?
Puma, the non-combat equivalent of the Warthog.
Or yeah, Warthog, that's what I was looking for. So, having a Warthog that's as long as a stretch limo.
That sounds badass, not cursed.
Having a 4-barrel sniper rifle that is unwieldy. And the grunts all carrying guns that have 4-foot-long barrels.
This sounds excellent, not cursed.
I really enjoy the limp sniper rifle.
I need to obtain bait.
And apparently, I don't know if I fully understood what he was saying, but, oh yeah, the power swords are replaced by giant boxing gloves, and it's possible to throw a grenade that has a 1 in 20 chance of spawning Ken from Street Fighter, who will start killing everyone, Covenant or human.
Okay, nothing about this is cursed. This is like the best. This is like Halo done better.
It's basically the Halo we deserve, but not the one we need right now. Oh, and then there was one mode apparently where Master Chief can be adjusted to have the shoulder and neck shape of the Prophets.
No!
So he has like a really long neck.
But his head is very heavy.
That boy's got a huge head.
It's like Sputnik, spherical and pointy in places.
Ed, move!
He's gonna cry himself to sleep on his huge pillow.
Okay, so now we get to the actual teaching part of the game.
I'm going to stream a... I'm gonna... You know, no, I don't want to mess with the stream stuff. I'm going to send you the dumb photo, which will explain to you all what this game is about. Mr. Whacker.
Rale, I thought for a second there the middle one said weebing, not weeding.
It says weeping because it's what we'll be doing when we're done.
Okay, instruct.
So check your chat or check your DMs.
Oh God.
Okay.
That will be a vehicle.
Is it controllable?
I don't know.
Not
maybe.
Really?
So is it like all 4 of us are basically fighting for control at the same time?
That would explain the 6 pedals.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah, this is the impression I'm getting.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, Techie is wise in the ways of how to curse men.
I mean, he put a cup holder on my character's armor in Super Florence.
Oh yeah, and then
What? Oh, okay.
That's the only way another person can ride on it. So there's always a possibility of shooting the driver.
This is how Halo should have been.
Oh, and apparently they changed Chief's pistoling animation to get this gem.
Where are you posting this?
Oh, I'm just sending these to Whacker and DMs. I can send you some.
Oh, look at the cute little pistol.
Yep.
It's got a laser pointer.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been far more inclined to play the Halo games if this is how they would have been originally.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So is Wilbur going to be around for this?
He might be. I'm going to try to arrange for it. That said, I don't think we'll be playing together at the same time. Because it's campaign mode online is like one per computer.
I am not sure that.
Does he have his own game? Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. You were trying to arrange that for him.
Yes.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah. Yes.
You could always have him over to, co-pilot for you and just shitpost like I do for everybody else, because that's all I'm good for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he might be there for the chaos.
Awesome. Those two got XP with horse riding and made me money. Good jail.
Is that like a horse with rabbit ears? Is that what I'm seeing?
The rabbit with horse ears?
It's just a very fancy horse. It's a fluffy boy.
Not a total.
I guess so. Also, Rale, you did not comment on my requirement video about the Metroid playing experience.
No, I am not going to try to speed run Metroid.
I didn't say speed run it. I said skill.
You sent me a speed running video.
Yes.
No.
I am trying to actually get enough back into Halo to speed run it, but it's taking effort. Stormsong does not have the powers he once had as a child.
My reaction time has slowed severely.
Well, of course it has. We're old. As made true by the earlier statement about the age of one of our favorite movies.
I never got to see it in theaters because I was 3 years old when it came out.
Ah, you and I both. I think it was 3.5.
Fuck you all.
Alright. So this week,
I forget
us
that he is the literal old man in this scenario.
Him and Tiger, our silent mod who judges from within the chat, making his judgy judgments.
Guess we'll play online. We might get something good. Give me something good.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So we can only do the
band practice. Oh boy.
Grand Bactus.
Grand Crumpmas.
So for
Conquer
band
go
practice,
crumpin'.
No. What needs to happen for band practice is Storm busts out his guitar and fucking shreds for us.
I actually drum. I do not shred. If I shred for you, it'll sound terrible.
This sounds perfect for Cursed Halo. We must hear you shred on the drums.
Yes. Drum solo.
Ooh, you know what?
With a guitar pick.
I might actually try to stream drum recording sometime. I might be able to do that, actually.
That would be cool.
Battalions.
Yeah, it won't sound as nice as you would like because a lot of it is, well, recording.
Yeah, muffled.
What does Wilbur play?
He also plays drums, but he plays bass with regards to our thing. I play keyboards and do singing as well, and then we have another friend who's a guitarist and singer, and several other friends who do various musical instruments of the guitar and singing and such. But as far as our work, we okay, there's Wilbur, there's Rooster, and there's AMD. I'm just trying not to, use the real names here.
Yeah.
AMD is usually a lead guitarist in his contexts, and he's straight up Megadeth and Yngwie Malmsteen in his style. That's what he practiced.
Okay.
And he does death metal vocals. And then I either play keyboards or drums and do backing vocals typically, or lead vocals if I'm on the keyboards. Wilfred does drums and bass guitar, and Rooster does bass or electric guitar.
Sweet. Who pilots the Hatred Copter?
That would be... Who does pilot the Hatred Copter? I'm trying to remember.
I mean, I could pilot it.
You very well could.
As you wish.
I think, Mr. Mouthfeel.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Two range units over there, two over here, and Patrick can be...
I get the feeling Bernadette really does not want to be here.
She don't, but she's also probably eventually becomes one of the most lethal characters.
Hmm. Fascinating.
Edelgard, that was a whiff.
Indeed she did, but what are you going to do?
Make her do it all over again, this time not miss.
I don't have the time warp yet.
So we can't do the time warp again?
Not yet.
I didn't know that was a thing. I was shitposting.
Don't you remember, the lowly dragon queen thing?
He wasn't here for the first one.
That's always nice.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
I was off doing something, probably trucker related.
Yes.
He is everyone's favorite trucker.
He is our favorite trucker.
You have others?
That is an opinion.
That is a hateful remark, sir.
It is a correct opinion.
My sister-in-law is a trucker.
Well, yeah, you are allowed to like your sister-in-law. Unnatural as it might be.
Well, okay, fine. That may be the case, but I don't know your sister-in-law, and she has not live streamed for me and tooted the truck horn actively for me on live stream.
Multiple occasions.
Multiple occasions, whereas Mr. Breakdown has, and it brings joy to my soul.
And mine.
Toot toot.
It's more of a honk honk.
Like
Fun fact, I have the truck parked right outside my front door.
Do you have your truck parked, baby, right round? Like a record, baby?
I hope not.
Just...
That was terrible, and you should feel bad, but I laughed. I grinned.
I'm just imagining Rale doing wheelies donuts in the parking lot with his truck.
Rail?
Or sorry, not Rale. Wow.
Rail is a trucker too.
Rail is not a trucker.
Rail is a trucker.
Rail is a bureaucrat.
Stormsong is trying his best at playing a game that he used to be good at.
Get your build order down. What's your clicks per minute?
I need metallic brown, but I don't have it.
I am currently playing original Super Mario Brothers 1.
Oh.
Yeah, and watching that last night was painful.
Not as painful as listening to my voice acting with the Lita.
No, watching Storm try to play Super Mario Brothers poorly was painful.
Oh look, a critical hit.
Apparently, it was absolute comedy gold to Tenmin.
Battle a chance to grow.
Yeah, but wasn't Tenmin winning?
No, he was watching me play Mario Brothers and fail horribly.
It was pretty awful. Like, I wanted to reach through the screen and take control. Awful.
We take control.
Ricola.
For Lady Edelgard.
You are not the champion.
I never implied I was.
You know what? I do want to do something sometime of like, we set aside a day every few weeks and we have like kind of something akin to Rale's book club, but it's to sit as a group and listen through the full of one album.
Okay.
And then like just discuss the album, because
we can add albums to the book club.
Ooh. Like a special extension.
I mean, we've already added movies and TV shows. On that note, if you are in the aux and you haven't gone and made suggestions and voted in the book club, go do so right now.
Ooh.
Do it.
Do
it.
You're not my mother.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Prove it.
If Rale is my mother, I have more than one question.
Kiwi.
Kiwi, am I your son?
No.
See? I'm not his son.
Look, she's legally obliged to tell you that you're not her son.
I'm not the one who implied I was. That was Wrecker. And Wrecker asked prove it, so I did.
Fine.
I'm already married to someone expensive. Considering I'm painting with a $500 mobile paint box and I probably have another $200 to $300 worth in paint sitting in front of me.
Yeah, no.
I can.
So.
And the best part, I don't know what I'm doing with all these colors. And I'm like, eh.
So that means among us, Whacker's the old child, I'm the favorite child, and you're the expensive child.
I do have a $150,000 truck.
No. The oldest is always the favorite.
No, first is worst, second is best.
Oh, fuck you.
As the middle child of my family, I am prepared for this situation.
Same reason.
Mario, son of a bitch.
So.
Oh, look, nope. You all can pound sand. Kiwi agrees with me.
Can you still hear me?
No, we can't hear you.
Can the spirits in
Out of
this
range.
chat hear us?
I'm out of range. Damn it. I was walking to the big rig to go pull the air horn, but I got out of range.
Okay, this is definitely an improvement over last night. I got through World 1 with only one death.
Rale, what does the little purple? What does the purple thing on the battlefield mean?
That is a spot that if you go on it, you'll pick up an item.
Always find the purple things.
Oh, she's in danger now. I don't think anyone else is in range, though.
Well, how was that?
Why are your students not in armor?
Because they're not in
Because
armored classes yet.
armor is pointless. Remember, for girls, less is more.
Actually, no, she like walks around in full plate later on. She gets beefy armor. Just not yet.
Good. And by that same logic, there's a comic that brings up that specific logic. If your armor is increased by how much square footage it doesn't have, you technically only need a bracelet. And you get the best barbarian armor.
So Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Well, in Final Fantasy VII, they're kind of working more with the idea of, like, a lot of these people are physically trained to take damage without being hurt.
Yes, but steel versus flesh says otherwise.
It's the magic of
Yes,
materia, man.
But magic then says otherwise because fuck mothering magic.
Materia girl.
That was a great part in one of the AMV Hells. I forget which one. Have you guys ever watched AMV Hell?
Not in a long time, so I don't remember any of it.
Don't even know what that is.
We need to watch it sometime. So you know what an AMV is, right?
Music video. It's a
yeah,
remix.
anime music video. And so it's AMVs, but they're all made to be as just like derp dumb as possible.
AMV video for Redline is what got me into Redline.
Yep.
Where are you at? Stepping outside. Be right back.
You didn't give it your all.
Main character powers activate.
But yeah, you were definitely correct, Rale. The last like 3 episodes of the first season of Iron-Blooded Orphans was a fucking gut punch.
Ooh, yeah, no, Storm, I'm so sorry. Wait till you get to the end of season 2.
I know, but like one of my favorite characters has already died, and I am a sad.
At least he was
Titanfall?
given vengeance.
Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Oh yeah, no, you're not gonna like first season.
No, I've already finished first season.
I got bored of second season because I knew the writing on the wall. I didn't know how it was going to end specifically, but it was like, no, I've only finished like the first 3 or 4 episodes of the second season.
Oh, yeah, no, you both need to finish that. Please finish that this week. Come back to me next week and be like, oh god, why?
On our anime nights, we've been watching them about 6 or 7 episodes at a time.
Nito Taquito.
Because we're in the middle of 3 different animes.
I'm in the middle of 4 different animes currently. I got bored of
Storm Song, then
rid of one recently.
We are currently going through Original Beast Wars, so not really an anime, but
still counts.
You know. So yeah. Original Beast Wars. My brain is failing me right now. And we were going through High School DxD and then just sort of lost interest because we were like, huh.
Oh yeah, it's straight horny. And
yeah. And so after that, we moved on to Deep Space Nine because Wilbur hadn't seen it.
For those who don't know, if you're going to watch High School DxD, I do recommend it. Just don't have your parents around because they have a habit of walking in at the worst possible time, and it happens all of the time.
All the time.
Which is about 60% of that show. 60% of that show is the worst possible time.
I mean, if you're fapping, you might as well just continue.
Assert dominance on parents.
The Ox does not endorse ruining your relationship with your parents.
Okay. Time to instruct the
To
students.
stay PG, I will not stick with my next response. I would just simply say X-rated response here moving forward.
Yeah.
So, quick context. How this works is if I decide to instruct one of these students, they have different levels of motivation. Note, Edelgard here has none. Hubert has 2 points. No one has 3 or just 1 right now. So you instruct them and you can pick a skill to train them in. So for instance, we're going to train Hubert's reason because that's the dark magic. He did great.
Not the reasoning!
Means he got a bonus XP and my relationship with him improved.
Your instruction was beneficial.
Okay.
Good.
We're going to do Bernadetta. We're going to train her with bows.
Now, that's the guy who was translating for the foreign girl earlier, right?
No. Maybe. But he's not her translator. He is actually Edelgard's manservant, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
He was just happened to be there and explained to the foreign girl.
Oh, okay.
Alright. How do we want to do this? We're gonna do swords for her. Oh, she did bad. Oh no. Do we critique or control her? Console her? Critique or console?
Be nice.
Console, be nice, flirt.
We are be nice.
More guidance, please.
You're wrong!
Yeah, fuck you, Breakdown. Don't be a nice guy.
I said be a flirt, specifically.
Okay, everyone's goals already set where I want them, so we begin the lecture. Teaching vigorously. Yes, we will participate. Always participate in
Who
the
is the love
holidays.
interest in this game?
Who do you want the love interest to be in this game?
Must I?
Yuna.
Fine.
Who?
But I will sing it solemnly. I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
Yay! They both
You
get
weren't
paid
here
this
the
week.
first time. We were already starting the which is best waifu debate.
Yeah.
Yuna. YUNA for Final Fantasy X.
She's not even the best waifu in that Final Fantasy game, let alone overall.
I'm sorry, but Lulu is already taken.
I mean, that is true.
Yay.
For me, my probably top waifu in anything is Tifa.
It's clear to me now.
It depends on the day. There's a lot of days when it's like, Miss Balalaika.
Seems simple enough.
Dangerous choice.
Take shape.
Let's put this to the test.
Hope this is good for something.
I've grasped it. How
All
lovely.
the level ups. Yay. Oh, we've been joined by another.
Is there an active stream going?
Yes.
Yep.
How'd you,
What is-
Gordon? Fire Emblem.
Feel free to stay if you wish. We're still within the 5-er limit.
Hey. How many big are all the mods? Just big boss something?
In this room, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you changed my name. Oh no!
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Tough.
and we finally unlocked certifications. Classes! That's because we got 2 characters who hit high enough level. They have to hit level 5 to get access to the beginner classes. So, first of all, main character powers activate is going to train as a Myrmidon, which is a sword user.
The breakdown is big sad now.
So they have to take an exam, and if they pass the exam, they unlock that class. I passed the exam.
Which Final Fantasy had the exams where you got paid depending on your grade?
8.
Yep.
It is quite possible to get degraded if you don't play the game exactly how the game creator wants you to play it. You can lose a rank.
Well, qualified, yes. The way as you walk around, you will naturally lose whatever it is, like numerical value in the rank, but fighting battles will refill that.
As expected.
So if you run around without fighting, you will lose rank. But every time you fight a battle, it'll give you a certain numerical point thing. So basically, if you start the game and you cheat your way right up to like seed rank, whatever the fuck it is, like 30 or A or something like that, you got to make sure you fight enough battles as you run around so you keep your rank.
Yep. Ikai Harper is lurking us.
Oh boy. Also, has anybody checked what's going on with the Carrier Man battle? How is that going for the rest of the Ox?
I know that the You know, I shouldn't speak before I know. I can, in fact, go and investigate. Storm Song will be right back.
Yep.
I am watching a male Reardon playing waifu game.
So today, since it's locked us out, we could only rest or seminar, and rest doesn't gain us anything, so we're gonna seminar. Which is we bring another teacher to teach a class on things, on whatever their specialty is. So if I teach a seminar, leadership and swords go up. If Sedith does, lances and leadership. If Hanneman does, bows and reason, and if Manuela does, swords and faith. Let's see, we will get the most out of this one, because every one of the characters on here we want to learn reason, because main character eventually gets a class that lets them use magic and swords, and then everyone else but Bernadetta needs magic, Bernadetta needs bows, so Hanneman teaching is our preferred seminar.
Okay,
Fluency
so the
instruction.
Lost and apparently the Canium and the BPL are going at it for their final.
Oh boy.
We're having a seminar.
Yes. And she leveled up her reason skills to D+ rank. Motivation of all attendees increased by 50. Yay! Someone's birthday. Mercedes' birthday. She's potentially useful, so we'll send her flowers. Right, it is the day before.
Perfect timing, Professor. I've just received word from the Knights. They've located the bandits.
It seems they have them cornered.
For some reason, every time when I first saw her name was Dorothea. Do you know that band, Dorothea?
No clue.
Just do not put the rest of us.
All right, I'm gonna post a link.
I'm going back. I won't be of any help anyway, and I don't want to get hurt. Don't worry, Bern. It's just some bandits. We'll have no trouble at all.
Don't get ahead of yourselves. Unfounded optimism isn't a great strategy.
I fucking love that song.
There is nothing to get over. We will work with each other to achieve our mission.
It's time, Professor.
Highly recommend you listen to that after you are done.
There's some. I don't think I've heard that song, but I've heard the song Maria, and you're making me think of that now.
Well, listen to that one all the way through. It's a fucking awesome song.
Is it Dorothea?
Yep.
The Storm Song is intrigued. For when one recommends music, the Storm Song feels it his place to listen.
Are you just going to talk in the third person?
From time to time.
Oh, shut up, Gordon.
Sometimes.
Only when I'm giving self-analysis.
So, listen to that one. And did you also listen to the other one I linked to you? Remember when I was quoting that dreaming with feathers of angels stuff beneath your head?
Yes, that was good.
Did you listen to that?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Hey, Gordon, that was in wrong context to what Kiwi or Foxy Kiwi was trying to say.
Oh shit, I can't delete my message then.
Wrecker, would you kindly delete that because of
I
policies?
misunderstood the context. I'm
Don't worry
sorry.
about it. It's a dumb joke. He didn't. We're not harping on it, so just leave it. It's fine.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood the context.
It's okay. I had one of those moments myself the other day.
Also, that was a long time ago that was posted.
I just got here. It's been a long time ago. That was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's Gordon. Gordon is perpetually catching up.
At least I'm not lagging behind too much.
Yeah, for me, the other day, I was trying to tell just sort of like a haha, high school is, dumb kind of joke. And I pulled a name at random, like, to kind of make fun of high school girls and how, dramatic they can be. I mean, boys are no better, but the particular circumstance was girls. And the name I pulled at random was my best friend's wife without thinking about it.
Whoops.
And he just stared at me for a moment. He's like, I know you did this as an idiot and not because you're being malicious, but Stormsong, you're a fucking idiot.
You have a point. And
Yes, but you're our fucking idiot, which makes it okay.
Yes. Oh, he was quite forgiving because, like, about a minute later, I'm sitting there like, what, did I say something? And then I realized what I had said, and I was like, oh god, I didn't mean. And he's like, the fact that it took you that long tells me you are, in fact, innocent in this matter.
So, supports in Fire Emblem actually go back a long dang time. Most games have them. They have different ranks, and when units have supports with each other and are near each other, they get stat bonuses. So you want to level up supports. You also get these little
Abracadabra.
conversations for them.
Ugh, that is one thing that I will always have some difficulty with, which is trying to, like, do scenes in Mario games fast. It's the desire to, like, do, you know, the epic gamer move, and you let epic gamer move for about 10 moves, and then on the 11th move, you just fail horribly.
Dude, you had like 2 or 3 solid runs last night. Like, solid, amazing runs. And then you had a few more that started out solid, but you screwed up pretty horribly.
Yeah.
I just wanted to discuss how you are always hiding in your room. It seems like something must be troubling you.
Also, I need to share things with you so we can actually do multiplayer over the internet with that.
Ooh.
Ferdy here, trying to be the one extrovert who adopts the introvert.
Fun idea for a Mario game.
Yes.
Player 2 plays as Bowser during every boss fight.
I'm pretty sure there's stuff for that. Also, we have to get a copy of that game, Mario Frustration, and have Gordon play it on stream.
No, isn't that just Kaizo Mario by another name?
Kaizo is a later version. This was like kind of just as hacking
If
and
you
gaming.
have me do that, you were going to owe me a new desk.
Oh, I'll pay for it if the entertainment value's there.
I thought the big thing was we're trying to get like a decibel meter for Gordon's microphone.
Oh, we'll get a decibel meter for that specific thing.
He'll break the decibel meter because of that specific thing.
If we're doing it as a charity stream, I'll play the most frustrating game you guys have available.
So, Meatwad.
The
Or
hell
is
is
it
that?
Meat Boy?
Super Meat Boy. You mean
Super Meat Boy. Thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Meatwad's a character from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, movie film.
Alien Hominid. Alien Hominid for the 360.
So, Rale, does purple-haired girl, is she like become like a nuke mage? Is that why she becomes so powerful?
No, she becomes a nuke archer.
Oh.
Yeah, we put her on a horse, we give her a bow, and she shoots everybody.
Okay.
Excellent.
Dorothea becomes a nuke mage, because she's one of the very few people who gets the spells that can hit people from across the map.
Who is Miss Edgeland at the top of the screen?
Edelgard.
Thank you.
Best waifu. Possibly.
I don't know her or this game, so.
According to Rale, she's a good one to have in your team.
She, quite literally, once she gets leveled up and in the right class, you can throw her at an entire corner of the map and she'll deal with it herself.
How about Pietra?
Who? Oh,
Petra.
Petra. Yeah, Bully Snake. That's just Gordon. Gordon doesn't really use a headset. He just has an echo problem naturally.
Yeah. Well, part of it is because he's in the process of moving, so his bedroom is...
Well, not bedroom quite, but yeah,
computer
their
room is empty, so nice and echoey.
His neckbeard nest.
Yes, we all have one.
It isn't that, but considering what my situation is probably going to be once I do move, you could call it that because my bed's probably going to be in actually the same room as where my computer is.
Although, aren't I correct in my assumption, Gordon, that you're more of a skinny feller?
Yeah, Gordon has said multiple times he's a fat fuck. By his
Not
own admission.
necessarily. I am a chunky fucker, and last time I got my blood work done, several 100 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I'm not, like, the
Are you in
fattest
the
person,
threes or high twos?
I think high twos last time I checked.
Okay, so you're actually in our weight category. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, I'm not like that one person I know from my college class who, how do I put it? His body proportions are, when you picture someone that is overweight, and I mean severely, he matches that stereotype.
Okay.
Like, compared to him, I am perfectly healthy.
Storm and I are just a little extra padded. That's all.
There's how Gabriel Iglesias puts it. There's healthy, husky, fluffy, chubby, damn, and oh hell no.
Then he added a sixth. He added a sixth.
Yeah.
I think I'm somewhere, like, what do you say the tiers were? Like the
Healthy,
first one?
husky, chubby, fluffy, damn, and oh
I think
hell
I'm somewhere
no.
between chubby and fluffy.
By
Yeah.
Iglesias' own admission, he has 5X styled shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, at the same time as well, having those things made extra large makes them really nice and comfy.
So, I'm back out to my high school weight, which is in the 220s.
That's actually rough. I'd have to actually check my fucking blood work when I got that done to see what I weighed when we got that happening.
For context, I am 6'2" and 35.
And like 5 foot.
You see, I
Like
was
5'5".
deeply amused by the concept of Gordon being a skinny boy, because then it made like him being one of the loudest members of the Aux more hilarious to me.
Because he'd be essentially a chihuahua.
But now he's like,
he would be
he's
kind
more
of
like a golden retriever.
I'm about as smart as one too.
I mean, that's why we love you. You're a good boy.
I've had golden retrievers that behave better than Gordon.
That is an insult to golden retrievers, sir.
Oh, let's put it this way.
Blood type isn't Ragu yet.
I saw that when I was eating cookies. I was trying to get to it before you. If my
Actually,
blood
when I
type...
got my blood work done, I was actually, besides the things that are associated with being a chunky fucker, I'm pretty much green across the board except for like cholesterol and some other stuff.
Yeah.
If I would be self-deprecating for a second, if I had to do a joke like that, I would say my blood type is either water or cookies and milk. Because cookies and milk is like the one of the few things from my childhood that I still keep up with that I really don't give a shit about. They are actually really enjoyable.
Yay.
And I am mostly drink water.
Yep. Now, I have the distinct problem of, it may be diet soda, but I drink way too much soda. Even if it is diet soda. And for those who are wondering, the actual health detriments of diet soda is that it is still a carbonated drink, which carbonation causes deoxygenation of your bloodstream, which means you don't have as much energy for working out.
Or at all, for that matter.
Also, artificial sweeteners built up too much can be ungreat for the body. It's exaggerated, but it is still a real problem.
As somebody who has both type 1 and type 2 diabetics in the more or less immediate family, yeah. Well, for quite a while, that's one of the reasons why my blood work was getting done so regularly was, at least at the time, and to some extent today as well, the theory would be that if you're able to catch that stuff early enough, you could avoid developing diabetes.
Yep.
Because my grandfather's type 1, at least on my dad's side, my older sister is type 2, and that is not fun.
Gordon, please pronounce it correctly. It's diabetes.
Fuck off.
I'm sorry.
Diabetes.
That man died to give us this name.
Diabetes. I'm here to talk to you about diabetes.
That man taught me more about diabetes than school did.
Anywho, okay.
You joke bully Snake, but that's essentially what happened when we got the test results back. In more professional terms, but that's essentially the subtext of what the response was. Because this
Yeah.
blood work where we got those like more specified results back was to update my life insurance.
I forgot that we named the main character in this Senpai.
Yay.
So, we are taking children into battle, are we?
Red Canyon Dom. Oh, there's the lowly dragon. Whatever.
You to turn back the hands of time. But no, this power is not infinite.
Yay, we have Divine Pulse. We can warp time now.
Press Zol.
It's Z left.
Zol.
Zeta.
Zelda?
For Zolzol.
Zulu.
Charlie Tango Delta Zulu Niner Niner.
Come in, Niner Niner.
Charlie Tango Delta Zulu, we have troubles on our runway right now. There is currently a whale on the runway. Oh dear God, I don't think that's a whale. It's actually your wife.
I was to say it was your
Give me the
mother.
grid rep to give it to artillery.
I take it the divorce didn't go well, sir.
I repeat transmission. Give me your grid rep for artillery.
Artillery
one round, Willie Peters, center of sector.
Artillery has come back. You're off by 20 degrees. Fire for effect, 5 shells.
Alright.
By the way, that would be fire for effect, 5 shells per individual gun.
Drop 50, add 20. Try again.
Trying again, sir.
Oh no.
I actually love the fact that after the W2 wars,
Stay focused.
American artillery got to the point where we can put a single round on target and delete one target, while other nations just went, it's cheaper just to build more gun barrels.
Fire for effect.
As you wish.
This. Look, all I know is if the sound of artillery stops, you didn't bring enough artillery.
Exactly. It's like the phrase going, other nations... No, we don't fight like other nations. We decide to take out one building of one block by shooting a shell through the window of a Pacific floor. Other nations might delete the entire city just to get to one guy.
Hey man, that one guy was a major jerk. He deserved it.
A lot of times, yes.
And that's why we sent a Pacific missile that doesn't have an explosive charge, but just spinny blades. Because we had to make sure that one guy was turned into sushimi.
I mean, shishka meat sounds good too.
Meat kebabs.
Meat kebabs indeed.
Oh boy, more rusted gauntlets.
What's parked outside?
Well, based on our previous report, someone's wife.
Oh hey, my neighborhood mudding.
Oh boy.
Good. Good job, Stormy Chan.
It's Stormy Sun, sir.
No, it's Stormy Chan.
I do believe Stormy Chan is preserved for people who are of the younger age and a dear friend.
It is a term of endearment, is what it is.
Wait, you want to turn him into a deer? Why?
So I can run over him with the car.
Damn it!
Actually, no. I overestimated my weight a bit. Low 20s, like low 200.
He is right. It is an form of endearment. General Chan is used for young children, close friends, babies, grandparents, and sometimes female associate.
Mm-hmm.
It may also be used to use
usually Son is usually for your male associates. Sometimes a matter of respect.
It's also used towards cute animals, lovers, youthful women. Chan is not usually used for strangers or people you just met.
Dissuade them from wanting to attack her. Sometimes.
Oh,
even
here's
as
one for
part
you.
of threat recognition.
Kun, for example, is used for males, while Chan is used for females.
Yes. Although we do have to be careful with that one because it sounds like an American slur.
Actually, no, it's straight Japanese honorifics.
Yeah, but
I know, but
The
it
problem
sounds
is
particular
the pronunciation is uncomfortably close
to another American word that is a slur.
Oh, okay.
Gordon Kun, could you please explain why you think this way?
You know what? I will explain it to you in chat.
We're doing it in text. We're not saying it on stream because it is a spicy word.
Yes, and that's why I am advising mild caution around it.
Wait.
Okay, here you are.
How do I use the time warp? There it is. Okay.
Retreat.
There we go. Okay. You. We need to make sure you can't attack her, because
that's what we're talking about.
That's my cue.
Oh, here's an interesting one for you. Ara, its actual meaning.
Stay focused.
My, or oh dear, or oh me, oh my.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just be careful how you pronounce that and in what context.
Mm-hmm. But I do believe that was also the reasoning behind, what was that character's name? Rurouni Kenshin, when he'd be like, Oro?
I love the fact that it took me a while to realize Nani was just straight what? Like W-H-A-T?
Yes, but it's more of a, what in the way Gordon uses it.
Right, but at the same time, I grew up with it only reading in certain types of comics. So I thought Nani meant something else until I finally got access to the internet.
You thought it meant a really bad word like poop face.
Hey, watch your language. We're on stream here, pal.
Yeah, I know.
Meanwhile, hello internet, tell me the firing orders of a 350 Chevy.
The what?
152.
What was your question breakdown?
Firing order.
Of a what?
350 Chevy.
If you know this, Gordon, I will praise you.
It's 18436.
Without looking it up, Gordon. You just
don't fucking cheat.
To be fair, Gordon, I had to look it up myself, and I'm building a 350 Chevy for the first time.
Do you know how much of the stuff I've been going to college for involves me looking stuff up constantly? Either in a textbook or online?
Like,
if you're building an engine, Gordon, you're going to be having it between, for the first time anyway, you're going to be looking up 3 to 7 different orders of things before you do a single goddamn thing. Building an engine and making minor tweaks is very expensive.
Yep.
Minor tweaks. When you only
One of
do
the
a
things
little
I
bit of
had to learn in my bachelor's degree, which was a double major in history and music, the history degree isn't about memorizing facts. It's about learning how to find the facts and how to know if the facts you're looking at are bullshit.
Turns out most degrees are like that. It's not about having this base of knowledge. It's like knowledge literacy would be the way to phrase it.
Yeah. Now, of course, you certainly do end up specializing to where you do learn, certain facts very thoroughly and such, but it actually doesn't end up being the point, as it were.
It's establishing a base body of knowledge and, most importantly, teaching you how to teach yourself.
Yes. Research protocol.
Hell, especially for the kind of career I'm going into, there's a lot of stuff we're not expected to memorize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like, there are
so-
some
right
things
now,
we're expected to know off the top of our heads, like general, let's say, acceptance criteria of offhand, this weld is shit. But as far as for, well, what specific code clause applies to what and more specific stuff, we're expected to be able to just look that up in like a textbook or code.
Yeah.
Also,
Best
you remember what I
waifu
said
is
about
really,
Edelgard being able to throw at the corner of the map and she'll handle it? That's
She's
what she's
basically
doing.
she's cleaning up, man.
Oh, this guy has a special ability.
Disturbance.
And he missed. And that's why you don't try to attack with the 30% chance to hit.
Well, I will say, while I don't know like stuff about a Chevy engine off the top of my head, if you're asking me, well, what sort of wires or whatnot would I recommend for welding what, I might actually be able to give you an answer more or less immediately.
If I wanted to use a car to be...
A car to what?
I was joking. Like, I was about to ask how to use a car to, like, kill someone important, and then got censored.
Comstar came for him. And his whales.
Rip in peace.
Greatness awaits me.
Rippy dippy doo.
Especially out in the country or in farmer communities, you'd honestly be amazed how common engine-driven welders are.
Engine-driven welders. Okay, explain this concept to me, Gordon. For I am an ignorant.
Okay, to explain, an engine-driven welder, there are two forms of it. Either it leaches off of the car's engine itself, or it has its own generator, but either way, it basically uses either the car's engine alternator or its own. Well, actually, no, it doesn't leach off the car's alternator. It has an extra one that gets strapped onto the engine's drive shaft to power the welding machine, and then uses that as a source of power. So, especially for in situ repairs on, let's say, mounted on the back of a pickup truck, it would not be uncommon to, especially to minimize the amount of equipment you have to lug around, to just have it be able to use the car's engine as a generator if it absolutely has to. But typically, these engine-driven units have their own smaller, like 2 or 3 cylinder engines to power themselves, though it does vary from make, model, manufacturer, or is this even an actual licensed product and not just something Bubba kludged together?
Okay, got it. So, yeah, like so many things, because a car is actually quite a capable device, you can use it to do a lot of things.
Oh yeah, as Boy Snake pointed out, yeah. Some literally are just a welding machine like connected up to a generator, though it honestly depends on stuff. What do you mean by PTO driven?
Power takeoff.
As in, I've seen a few of those. Hell, some people I know at the college drive those.
A PTO is a type of transfer. It's literally, you have your normal input and output for your engine and transmission. A PTO is in between that and your drive shaft. In order
I thought
to
it was
operate
a parent-teacher organization.
that too. PTO in my scenario is used for powering external equipment. If you're pulling a John Deere, for example, the PTO is going to go through all of your powertrain and it's going to input into an output shaft on the outside of the vehicle. You will take that, combine a transfer drive shaft that will transfer the power from the vehicle in question to the external equipment, which will operate everything on the equipment, whether it be centrifugally driven like your car's engine and the things that keep you going down the road, or electrical, in which case I'll have a separate dedicated pigtail.
Yeah,
If there's one thing the breakdown knows, it's mechanics.
I will be right back. Storm has to take a big boy break.
I will be broke this year for more than one reason, because I'll finally be buying car parts regardless if I need these parts or not. $2,500 for a drive shaft, and no, I'm sorry, $2,500 for just the rear axle.
Damn. I did not realize how expensive it was to be a car guy.
The answer is yes. Vehicle, really, any hobby is expensive once you get into it.
I mean, hell, there's my PC, which I also forget the exact cost for it, but it was not cheap.
Also,
Okay,
there's an argument that $2,500 is actually not that expensive as far as car parts
What if
go.
my hobby's farting in crowded elevators?
I shall read off the parts list. S10 housing and assembly, $920. New housing, quarter-inch tubes. Billet housing ends, 31 spline, 5-on-4 3/4, half-inch studs. Assembly of a Yukon center section, $1,279. Yukon Pro nodular case. Oh yeah, no, like it's $920 for the housing, $1,279 for the center section. For the upgrade for the brake kits, $369. Shipping's $150. Total $2,718.
Rail, you
And that's your
get
French lesson
bonuses
for
for
today, kids.
Do you
What?
get bonuses for people who are diagonally near each other?
I don't actually know. Maybe. We obtained a large bullion. We are gonna make
Also-
so much stew.
Breakdown.
Yo.
I have M&M chocolate chip cookies soft and some milk.
Nice.
Today is a good day. I'll be having Chips Ahoy after the stream.
Yay!
My wife is not happy with the Chips Ahoy because she was foolish enough to eat a Chips Ahoy dry.
That sounds like a Kiwi problem.
It is.
One of the engines that I want for my truck is like $6,000.
No.
Short block or long block?
Whole assembly, long block.
Bloody hell.
That's not even the performance engine.
Alright, so we'll use him. Do I have a get all enemy? There it is. I knew there had to be a button to turn on all enemies' movement range.
Alright, here's the Blueprint engines. That's the brand name. GM is the make and manufacture of the engine. 383 cubic inch. That's the displacement of all the cylinders combined.
Ooh, a stroker.
Yep. 436 horsepower to the flywheel. Let's see. It's
Carbureted or
436
fuel?
horsepower.
Carbureted or
440
fuel injected?
carbureted currently.
Does it come with a manifold?
I have to look at the details. Most small blocks only come with the outer casing, none of the accessories.
I was gonna say, if it comes with a manifold, you're pushing the limits of what a single carb inlet will do with that kind of horsepower.
Yeah, at 750 cubic feet per minute. So
I would just love if this conversation began to tie more into the game as the various young nobles here just started learning how to use cars to kill their enemies.
oh no, they're just going to modify their wagons so they can.
You know, the first motorized vehicles were basically just like some of the first cars were basically just like wagons or carriages that had engines hooked up to them.
Yes,
Well,
that's
there you
exactly what I was implying.
Well, one of the options here is, of course, convoy, and I'm noticing that Rale is not picking that, so he must not be a big fan of trucking.
Convoy is basically the trunk of equipment. It doesn't actually do anything other than let you pull crap out of it. See,
So it's your
yes, you
it's your
have to access all
inventory.
this. Yeah, it's
Something
two
a
just 400
record.
inventory rather than 6 each.
Ricker, to answer your question, yes, the exteriors are included.
Okay.
4-bolt main block, new cast crank, hydrostatic pistons, Chevy heavy beam rods,
Header?
150,000 PS Molly rings. Ooh,
Does it come with headers?
I'm reading. I'm not expecting it to come with headers.
I would not either, but that's still pretty pricey.
Actually, no. Actually, no, it ain't.
For a long block?
Yeah, this also includes your carburetor, spark plug wires, your
What's
filter.
it come with? Like a Holly 4-barrel or what?
A Harley 750. It's actually pretty decent, and considering I'm not trying to push the small block for much more than this, it's actually very appealing for my case.
Also note, Breakdown and Gordon, at some point, I'm going to ask you guys to help me with some of my setting design.
What kind of setting are we talking about?
Space opera with battle mechs.
We're talking about the mix.
But in this case, because I want a gearhead's perspective on some of my possibly less than mechanically sound ideas.
Hey.
Wrecker, how much engine time do you have? Working on and building them or whatever?
Not a hell of a lot.
But yeah, you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. My friend and I in high school, we both owned 67 Chevelles, and that was my first car.
You lucky bastard, even though it was probably a rat trap.
Oh God, you could hear that thing rust on a really quiet night. It was bad. It was bad, but I fucking love that thing. And if I ever hit the lottery, I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna pay somebody to go find it. Anyway, I do a lot of my own car work, short of, dropping transmissions or pulling engines, because I don't have that. I got a single car garage, so I know enough to get myself into enough trouble.
Yeah, that's honestly where I was for the longest time when it came to computers and all that. Especially for my own family. For a while, I knew enough to be dangerous and how to Google what I didn't know.
Gordon, you are a goddamn menace is what you are.
How the hell do you know that?
Because I know these things.
Well, I mean, I did once brick a school computer at my high school through an Arduino program.
Oh, here's a story for chat. You're about to learn about cupholder.exe. This is a virus I made because whenever I was in school,
This story.
When I was in tech school, during one of our classes, we were taught how to make viruses as part of tech support stuff to know better how viruses work. So we had a little contest of we all get to make a virus of our own. So I make one, and it really only does two things. Step number 1, it copies itself into multiple places across your computer, including in the registry. And if it boots up, it starts on boot, and if it detects itself not in all those spots, it recopies itself. So if you don't kill all of it in one go, it comes back. Step number 2, or part number 2, on a 20 to 30 minute random timer, it opens the disk tray, or closes it, because it's the same command.
Mm-hmm.
He means the coffee cup holder, not
Yes,
the disk
coffee,
tray.
cupholder.exe.
Delightful.
And I didn't
It's just infuriating because you'll just be sitting there, and then the disk tray opens and like, son of a whore!
So the big thing that we did way back in the day was, I forget exactly what it was called, but it was that early form of backdoor on unpatched Windows 95 computers and NT4 computers, where you could load this program and then you could like take control of their mouse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was good times.
During that class, we actually hooked up a Windows 95 computer to the internet, and it took 10 minutes, and then the mouse started moving across the screen on its own and going through the files.
Yep.
Do not hook really anything older than the year 2000 up to the internet. It's a bad time.
Yeah.
At least not
All
if
right.
you've got anything important on it. Obviously, if there's nothing on it and you're just trying shenanigans, go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Or if you really want to test out how that experience is like, virtual machine.
Pretty much. If you're not doing this on VMware, you're crazy. All right, Rale, I will be back in about 5 or so minutes. BRB.
Yep, have fun.
Yes, this is just making me think of that Ballad of John Teeter song.
So another thing is during that class, the teacher got a hold, and this is in 2010, a brain interface, for lack of a better term. It was like a little wired net thing that you put on your head, and you could move the mouse by thinking about it.
Huh.
Yeah. It didn't work very well, but it did work.
Proof of concept, not of execution.
Yes. Alright, now, for one of the most sacred traditions in all of Fire Emblem. The boss is camped out on a healing pad and won't move, so we're gonna pepper him with arrows and shit from people who need easy XP.
Yes.
I've got a couple characters who are underleveled, and I don't want them to be underleveled anymore because it'll become problems for me later. Big numbers go Bert. See, he heals. In fact, he heals for more damage than she can do on a turn. Not that everyone can do on a turn, but that she can do on a turn. For now.
Hard work
Okay. The big thing is we want to get as many characters as possible to level 5, because that's when they unlock the ability to change their class. And the base classes are kind of not good. Unfortunately, Caspar and Ferdy don't have any ranged weapons, so they're going to have to wait and deal a finishing blow. One of them will have to. Nope, he'll die. What about you, Dorothea? You've only got one use of Thunder left, so we are going to use you next turn to burn that and not have to...
Thunder on.
Thunder! Thunder!
Thunder.
Thunder thighs!
Go! Alright. Oh, and you can actually use Psychic. Let's see if that's enough to get you to 5.
Well done.
Survey says not quite, but almost there.
So for anyone that's in the chat, or both voice and stream-wise, if you're looking to get into welding, what I'd recommend is get a half-decent quality stick welder and a whole bunch of small packages of like 6010 and 7018 electrodes and a whole bunch of scrap metal and just screw around with it.
Do not get the Harbor Freight one because...
Yeah, don't touch Harbor Freight. They are the worst.
Let's just say you'll have such a bad time you won't even pick up welding.
If you want my personal opinion when it comes to welding machines as far as which ones to go for, I'd recommend Lincoln, Miller, or ESAB. Those are some of the bigger brand names, but they are known for being reliable and good quality.
Well, there is a reason brand names get big sometimes.
Sometimes.
I will say personally, I've had the best experience when it comes to stick welding using, I'm pretty sure it was Miller machines, general purpose stuff. It's kind of a toss-up between ESAB and Lincoln for general purpose, but for stick welding, I'd go with Miller. Yeah, stick is an electric process. Like, it's a slang term for shielded metal arc welding. Or SMAW.
Double attack. Bernadette, stop being such a threat.
Yeah, after having to grind off and... Yeah, if I ended up being in the position to do that, as Franklin just sent me a meme relevant to having to grind out and redo someone's welds, I would want to reserve the right to yell at them.
And he yells pretty powerfully loud.
Yeah, if you guys think I'm loud right now, just wait to hear me when I'm excited or angry. Now, this is me actively trying to control how loud I am. As you can tell, it does not always work. Yeah, stick is cheap, simple, and can weld damn near anything with the right electrodes. It requires next to no infrastructure, and if you have to, you can run off a car battery.
I actually knew about this from something else, but it's one of those things where it's like, the things you research on the internet as a writer.
Bully Snake, I would kind of disagree about well, there is a reason why the term MIG monkey exists in the welding community, though at the same time, I would point out that there are some things which MIG or FlexCore are very good at doing, especially larger, like, thicker materials. You ain't gonna be able to do well with stick, and plus, if you know how to properly, like, weave your weld bead and similar stuff, you can get some really good results with MIG.
Nope, that will kill him. That will leave him with 1 HP. Good enough.
With a tiled large room with acoustics, your play area is counter... Yeah, Harper, you're not wrong. The area is sort of counterprotective to that. Hell, plus when I move, I'm going to have to double check if the internet over at the place which I'm moving to can actually support streaming. That's going to be something we need to figure out and sort of test run a bit. Plus, once I move, I'm going to be getting a job and all that, so that might fuck with things, depending.
Imagine being this poor bandit who's just getting hammered while healing from all of it.
Just be glad, for the people complaining about the volume, just be glad I'm not using my old chair. Because that thing, the little support bracket on the bottom had broken in half on one side. So every time I adjusted my seat, metal ground against metal, and it just screeched. Yeah, well, considering, Harper, that I'd be moving basically out into farming country, essentially, because that's where my parents and all that are living, that is something to think about, though we do have, like, fiber internet going to both their veterinary clinic and our house, so...
Depends on where the bottleneck is and how bad it is.
Well, considering I'm going to be using, like, Ethernet over power probably for my computer setup until things change, that's probably going to bottleneck it a bit.
So, for context on Screaming Metal Grinders, not too long ago I had a dryer with every single one of its bearings frozen or broke. You want to talk about screaming. And yet, I still had to use this thing for another 6 months.
Truly,
who's up next on the streams, gentlemen, if it's not impolite to ask?
Gordon
the next will be Gordon filling in for Freebirth. Freebirth will be co-hosting.
Gordon, question. Are you up for War Thunder after this?
What do you think I was going to be streaming?
Okay, me and Gordon are going to be playing War Thunder together.
What battle rating are you thinking? Because I was currently grinding like high-tier German stuff at the moment.
I need a couple of minutes to get logged in. I also got to take a hot sec and work on cable management, so I will let you know.
Peace Lightning. What a terrible way to go.
What did I...
Gordon, I do not know this at the moment. Did you see the model I finished yesterday?
No?
Pimp my Irby.
Can you maybe send it to me in PMs or something if you have it?
Go to Art on Mom's Fridge. It should be pretty fresh on that.
I have had a terrible idea. Storm. You need
I
to
see
War Thunder
it!
stream Ooh Woo Thunder.
Oh, you even made it a GIF as well, showing the full 360. You might need to thin your paints a bit, but overall it's solid.
I actually want it to be that thick. That is the first of a lance I may end up painting like that. For context, everybody else, I am referring to BattleTech.
Yes.
Truly the most
What do you call a
riveting game.
troop of mech pilots who are all stoned?
A proper pilot?
A blunted lance.
What do you call a group of pilots in Irby's?
A mistake?
The most dangerous thing on the battlefield.
This is fair.
Especially if they're all driving AC-20 Irbies.
Considering I own over 60 of them.
You get a swarm of cheap Irbies, and you have one have the special surprise of the AC-20. And then it's like whack-a-mole. You gotta determine which one is gonna blow your back out if it gets behind you. Good luck!
You'll have a couple of guys with AC2s who can go across the entire map. A couple of guys with AC5s who can get intermediate. More than not, most will be AC10s. And the last lot will either be AC20s or Gauss rifle.
Speaking of whack-a-mole, I am back.
Welcome.
Also, for those that are talking about like the internet in the Twitch chat, they're talking about internet and all that. Keep in mind, I live in Canada, and by the sounds of it, Harper and Bully Snake, I'm guessing you two live in the States.
Canada is a lie. Stop spreading.
No, that's Britain. We all agreed that was Britain.
You can't live in
Britain
Canada,
is
you're not
also a
speaking
lie.
French.
Actually, no, it's Finland, because their population is within the statistical error percentage of Europe. Ah, you live in Aussie! There are many stereotype questions I have to ask you, Harper, but I think you've probably heard them all already.
He's a criminal, but he's a pretty cool guy. So I'm okay with Mr. Kai.
I was more gonna ask, as the stereotype goes, how do you barbecue shrimp?
You don't.
You want some shrimp on the barbie, mate?
Automatic cursor off. There we go.
Why are you just shooting this man in the ball?
Because he won't move, and I need a couple of units to get to level 5 so they can class change.
Ah, so this is grinding.
This is grinding. Now is a good time to get a drink. Go to the bathroom.
Find your children and tell them you love them.
Yep, call
then
your
go
parents.
do what God ordered you to.
So bring them and a goat to the top of a mountain. Got it.
Look, whatever your religion is, just do what you do.
I would like.
Alright, time to go praise the flying spaghetti monster.
I would
And
like
the
to
giant
know-
coaster.
Gordon Hush, I would like to know how Mr. Gibbs is doing.
Mr. Gibbs is doing all right. He was a bit of a naughty boy today, but
What did he do?
he got out of the car and we had to chase him around the church for a bit.
That's a good boy.
Yeah.
That's a good boy.
We were able to kind of tell that he wasn't being willfully disobedient. He just didn't get that it wasn't playtime.
What breed of dog is Mr. Gibbs?
He's half Chihuahua. We finally got the answer on this. Half Chihuahua and half Basset Hound?
That sounds
And-
hilarious.
And 100% good boy.
Yes, this is true. He is the
True.
cutest of boys.
He's a good boy.
Who the hell decided to mix a large dog with a small dog?
Have you seen any of the Corgi crossbreeds of like a German Shepherd? They're hilarious.
Corgis are actually a medium-sized dog. They just have short legs.
No, they are. A Corgi is short, small, very fluffy, but incredibly dumb.
Good sir, I own a Corgi. They are
So
extremely
do
smart.
I! No, the Corgi we have, Maeve, God bless her heart, is a dumb furry potato.
Hey,
Well,
Gordon.
that's your Corgi.
Gordon,
What?
go to your DMs.
What did you just... You haven't sent me any... Wait.
Is the
Delete that, please!
the cursed wells?
No, it is something much
Don't
worse.
say a word.
We're tormenting.
Don't
delete
say
it.
a
Right now,
word.
delete it now.
While I
Oh,
grind.
it's getting posted somewhere else.
There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
You say that, go to my server on general.
Oh, God.
I hate you.
Oh, God.
Evil Breakdown has made a reappearance, and he hasn't come around in quite a while.
No, that's not. No.
And yes, Bully Snake, this guy is in fact an XP pinata. It's actually a thing that happens in most Fire Emblem games, that the first boss just won't move. So if you've got a range unit or two that you need to level up, because they have a rough time depending on the situation, because they can't tank anything, so they can only get XP on your turn safely. So you use the boss as an XP sponge. And Digimon, yes, the Corgi SCP is one of the two best SCPs, the other being the Tickle Monster.
So, Gordon, have you ever played Naval yet?
Yes, and it's terrible.
Why?
Because he's not good at it.
No, because
if they had the old gun sights, I could easily make him good at it.
What I would like to point out is that I like what got me into naval combat games was World of Warships, and I was initially hoping when they introduced naval that it would be like World of Warships, but War Thunder, so like realistic damage models and all that. And the current way it's operating is shit. I'm trying not to use very colorful language.
Well, Gordon, you're actually halfway right on this.
Of course, because shit is not colorful language.
A lot of the four-letter words I'd want to use would get this channel immediately nuked.
Poop.
Please don't. Alright,
No,
that
what
is level 5 for Petra, which means it's time to actually progress the game. Edelgard, get him.
Get him.
Womp.
Get her, Ray?
Dead.
That's your plan?
I'm sorry, just Edelgard, get him one shot.
Edelgard, best waifu candidate.
I arguably should have used one of my lower level melee characters, but they'll deal. Oh, we have a first time chatter, Troggy.
Truggy.
Welcome.
Naval isn't that bad, he says. It's
I
bad,
thoroughly
just
enjoy
not
it.
that bad.
Truggy, I'm used to playing stuff like high-tier German warships, the Yamato and other stuff, and like World of Warships. I come over to War Thunder, and it just sucks.
Sir, I have a lot of PT boats and I have a lot of American destroyers. I am currently working my way up to my first cruiser. I've been playing it since the beta. And I miss the old gun sights. I hate the current ones.
Senpai says, Nani?
Not
agreed.
I know it's different games, but the flow just isn't fun for me. I personally prefer like ARB or ground RB. Naval isn't really my jam.
Well, anyhow, I am quite fascinated by this place. As far as I can tell.
But do you know what is his jam?
This slam.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I'm not really about naval, I'm more of a butt man.
You're more of a In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas in the Navy.
Gordon, shut up.
Do I need to put you on the hot seat, good sir?
Put him on the hot seat, I'm interested.
No, I mean
Do you
the
even know the reference to the Navy's hot seat?
I mean, he did just come back from shore leave.
He's actually not wrong. He's actually pretty close.
I'm trying to make the joke in a way that won't get us slapped.
So let's not try to make jokes.
Too late,
No,
the
I'm
joke's
not
already been
making
made.
jokes. I'm being legitimate here. I'm actually stating facts that's actually from the USS New Jersey's actual YouTube channel.
I am not sure myself, yet I am grateful all the same.
So,
In any case,
the lolly dragon inside us
you must become accustomed
recognizes
to my
this
voice.
place.
If you fall down with shock each time I speak, that just won't do.
Except it's in ruins. And she doesn't know why she recognizes it.
Oh,
Just that
you
she
think you're
does.
standing strong? Of course you are.
Foreshadowing!
It was a jest.
On our way out, I had the chance to observe the Red Canyon. Did you notice anything, Professor?
Oh,
of
yawn.
course. I expected as much.
But what about Yane?
The area was covered in ruins, each more curious than the
Yeah.
next. They did not match the architectural style of any era or culture within the Empire. Or
Is anybody streaming after Rale Senpai?
Yes, Gordon and Breakdown and Treebirth will be doing them some War Thunder.
Oh god.
Long before the Empire.
I will say, my favorite type of jam is blueberry jam. Specifically wild blueberry. That stuff's delicious.
He isn't wrong, but it's not my favorite.
I'm saying my personal favorite's wild blueberry.
I believe that I'm going to get you updated on Seeds 9X after we are done, Mr. Storm.
Actually, after we're done, I have to go get prepped for my D&D game.
So you have safely
Oh, fuck that.
D&D nerds. 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 D&D.
Traveler is better than D&D. Changed my mind.
At least my book can't be used as a weapon of war.
Well, here's the thing of Traveler. Which edition, and are we referring to the... If we're referring to Mongoose, are we referring to a singular book, or the entire collection bound together?
Is your book thicker than 4 inches?
If we're referring to some of the newer versions in physical form, for the Master Collection, I think Mongoose released in the recent update, it's more like 5.
I rest my case.
The divine Saros received a revelation from the goddess.
Well, to be fair, that's like 4-something books strapped together with some extra, fluff-related material dashed in as well.
Meanwhile, with most of the games I would like to DM, is it fun? Yes. Does it hurt gameplay? No. Does it kill a player? Kinda. Is it funny? Yes. Then let it be.
I mean, Traveler's sort of the one where it's like, hey,
Alright,
the group wants to go asteroid mining. Are there rules for that? Yes.
Gordon, pause. Is the goddess the lowly dragon chick or no? Rale?
Maybe.
Lady Rare, I am sorry to interrupt.
No, Jesus. Okay.
Is the goddess cute?
Yes, the goddess is the lolly dragon.
We shall continue our discussion when next we meet.
A goddess?
And she's the murder mommy from the first cutscene, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, how bothersome. It is as though I know, and yet I don't. Perhaps Xanadu
Yeah,
was
no, I'm
the
excited because tonight the party will have to deal with a potential 3 or 4-way battle depending on how they play off something.
Is this IRL D&D or is this Ox D&D?
This is IRL, friends, though some nights it's on Discord and some nights it's in person depending on people's schedules.
I see.
No, that cannot be. I am most certainly alive.
We try to do it live as often as possible, but all of us work and many of us have our own businesses and stuff like that.
Perhaps some past regret is stopping me from moving on. And now I'm forced to stay
I
with
just
you.
got my hair cut tonight by the lady who's been cutting my hair for 20 years.
Well, that reminds me, how did the haircut go?
Troggy is asking who's piloting the game tonight. Well,
Rale is piloting this game.
Yeah, Rale's piloting this one. I'd be piloting later.
Rale Senpai is piloting this game.
And then Mr. No Talk will be piloting again after that.
I didn't know Rale was your teacher.
Wait, yeah, no. My brain. You hurt me! No, so, yeah, Freebirth normally streams next, but his carpal tunnel's acting up, so Gordon was kind enough to volunteer to fill in for him, and so he'll be co-hosting.
I mean, it's the weekend after all, and I'd probably be playing War Thunder regardless.
Before the heavy rains
Yes.
take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses.
Digi, I would like to raise you my copy of. I'm trying to remember the name of the damn. What's the. I'm trying to remember because it had a. I can't remember the damn name of it, but it had one that's closer to 1,000 something pages.
There are new places to explore in the monastery. We got paid. It's Sunday.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for
Oh yeah, I just remembered. Like, alright. Anima Beyond Fantasy and its sci-fi port like Anima Beyond Science, don't touch them. Just don't. They're translated from another language. And the clarification of the rules and layout is incredibly bad. Like, it is not even funny how bad it is. Just, dear lord.
This game really seems to like green hair.
Well, it's an anime game. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm. Now, does anyone know why they do that in anime a lot?
To make it easier to tell the characters apart.
Yep, because animated phases don't show as many separated features.
This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how
So differentiations in hair and eye color are usually key in.
Trogedy, that's also part of the reason why I like Traveler. It has the perfect amount of crunch. Because I like the fact that it actually has rules for custom spaceships and all that. Which stuff like, let's say, Star Wars or other similar systems don't. Or not, at least in any nearer the same amount of depth.
Okay. First and foremost, certifications time.
Certification testing, the whole reason we play this game.
We want to get everyone
Rale.
into their beginner classes.
Certifications, please.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. He's certified as a monk now.
Okay, that's great.
It's Linhart.
This is fucking riveting.
He passed. It's really not that hard to pass beginner ones. Okay, Bernadette. And Petra. Which we're gonna set hers in Myrmidon.
I have success.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we weren't able to finish Dorothea because she didn't have enough spells to finish attacking. Also, so you can see some of the classes that we'll get later on: Mercenary, Thief, Archers, Mages, and Priests, all that fun stuff. And that's the intermediate classes, and the advanced classes, and the special classes. Oh, did it give me X? Oh. Oh no.
What?
Context. Special classes are the DLC classes. I didn't think it was going to transfer over
hell
the fact
was
that
wrong with her dress?
Which one? The work one?
The flyer one? No, the cleric. Good lord.
Yeah, clerics are like that.
That is. Yeah, the war cleric dress is like,
Weirdness.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're DLC classes. But what we really want for her is when we can get her to Warlock. There are also gender splits on classes. So I think the DLC ones will show it. Yeah, the DLC. If I don't keep screwing it up. Okay. See, the DLC only gets the War Monk. He doesn't have the stupid bell hoop skirt. And the Trickster for guys. But women get access to Valkyries and Dark Flyers. There's a long-running thing with Fire Emblem that only women can be Valkyries because they're supposed to be horse-mounted staff users, and that only women can ride Pegasi.
Okay.
Because the Pegasuses don't like any other and males.
How very misandrist.
They don't think it'd be like it do, but it do. Alright. And so now we have access to do all the options, but because today has a bunch of events, as shown as the little markers on the calendar, we definitely want to explore. There's lots of extra stuff for us to do.
Did you hear? There's news of someone in the kingdom raising an army. The kingdom, the empire, the alliance. They do love a good war, don't they? Spilling the blood of young men and women. And for what? Just to enjoy the horror of it? Would you be so kind as to do me a favor?
I still have
I simply must thank you, Professor.
Yay. So yeah, you can teach yourself skills by talking to the right teachers. Though it does take activity points, unfortunately.
Castle Gaspar, eh? I've been there once before, many years ago. It was by request of the son of that family, Christoph, I think it was. I have a request.
All they ever do is we'd best purge the entire underbelly of Garrett.
So, what would everyone like to talk about? 'Cause I ran out of stuff a while ago.
Yeah, sorry I'm being quiet. I'm concentrating on this final castle in Mario.
Oh god.
No, we're at the point of stress music.
Try not to screw it up.
We believe in you.
No, we don't.
When all else fails, close your eyes and button mash.
Okay. Now we have the ability to give gifts, which is very important. Because we can use it, 1, to increase motivation of our characters, and 2, to make characters like us so that we can recruit them.
Really?
Excellent.
Indeed.
Professor, I heard that you made battle alongside Catherine. Even among the knights, she is something special. A holy knight who is able to wield a hero's relic. Still, she can be a mite difficult.
Oh.
I can't believe it. This place has so many breathtaking works of art. I feel like I'm living in a museum. Each piece can teach us about styles and techniques from 1,000 years ago.
Ignatz is an artist, by the way.
I'm from a family of merchants, so I've been able to see a lot of art, but I won't pretend to be.
Don't you lie to me, child.
Not the mama. Not the mama.
Pointing a sword at the Holy Church of Seros is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself, meting out appropriate punishment to the sinful. It is a sacred duty with which we have been entrusted. As a member of the church yourself, I hope that you will take that to heart.
That's not authoritarian at all.
Nah, son, that's libertarian.
Right.
I've heard whispers about Lord Lenato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord. Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army? Oh, Professor.
Because you found
You
out
were
about
working late
things.
last night, weren't you?
Okay, when it comes to cursed RPGs, due to some of my friend group, I have had the
Or so I'm told.
pleasure of playing some of the more infamous ones from certain areas of the internet. And let me say, most of those are incredibly poorly written.
You were expecting otherwise?
I expected them to be at least somewhat competent.
Thankfully, a sweet young...
Ah!
At least in the layout of the rules, but in order to, for one of these, do character gen for a relatively simple race, I had to flip through, like, the book, like, several times trying to figure out, okay, what the hell are the rules for having, like, a Lamia body type? It's like, wait, why are the rules for this spread out over, like, 5 different pages at 5 different points in the book? Are you serious?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
The song and dance live on in our memories, but there's no real record of them. Maybe memories fade away. Will anybody remember me when I'm God? That's Dorothea. I recognize the hat. I'm sure you're the one in someone's
Where's
home.
the hat? I'll buy it for 2 or 5.
She has the JoJo hat.
I'll buy that hat for 2. I'll buy that Scout Stocko for 2 refined.
Yes. All right, gents. I have to get going here to have dinner with my pops before D&D. So I will see you all later. Good luck on the streams tonight, and have fun.
Our regards to Papa Storm and Gibbs.
I will let them know.
I want to boop the Snoop.
I will boop him for you.
You
Yay.
need to work on your puns.
Oodles.
Farewell!
I have a skeleton of great humorous puns, but I don't think they'll tickle your funny bone.
Boo.
The clock is ticking down.
Gordon.
What?
Gordon.
What?
Gordon.
What?
Gordon.
What?
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
What?
Gordon.
What?
Yes.
Gordon.
I'm right here. What do you want?
Gordon.
I'm right here. What the fuck do you want?
Gordon.
He's a broken record player. Ignore him.
Alright, I'll unplug him and plug him back in. Okay, there's the power cable. Now just pull it up. Oh, it broke. Shit. Okay, now how do we fix it and plug him back in?
The fezziest of bears.
Oh Lord. Bye, Digi. He's probably can't hear
Past
me,
here
but
is
such
the
as I.
holy mausoleum with the saints.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
I think when he got that suit of armor made, whoever made that shoulder really screwed that up.
It's a very, very fancy pauldron.
It's like Paul Bunyan's pauldron.
Look, Warhammer 40k stole that idea from the Japanese. Giant
None
pauldrons.
of these people are Spec Marines, sir.
Spec Marines!
Rounds are far too spread out. Feels like it takes hours to get from one area to another. And no, that's not because I'm getting lost. I'm a fully
Metal boxes.
person who never gets lost. For me, I love.
Yes.
Yes, I'm actually very busy.
Magic and faith. Okay. One day.
My face is my shield.
I mean, if you're attractive enough, your face is your shield.
Hey, you.
Don't have a punchable face. You won't get punched.
Professor, though it looks like my understanding.
Good.
Step 1, be attractive. Step 2, don't be unattractive.
Yep.
Step 3, get punched in the face.
Pro tip, by the
Also-
way, attractive does not specifically refer to being good looking in that statement. Personalities can be attractive too. Don't be an unattractive personality.
Says Bear, I'd also like to point out there, he also would want to make sure that he doesn't have a tumble home hall that has a bunch of holes in it below the water line. That would also not help the listing problem. No, do I have to explain what a tumble home design is?
No, because I know it.
Then why are you making a joke about the casemates?
I'm pretty sure the point of that big pauldron really is that it's supposed to be like, I hold this out in front of me and swing from behind. It's like a shield on your shoulder. A shielder, if you will. Gather round your lads and lasses, sit there for a while.
And then a mindful tale about the Emerald Isles. The glasses hide the friends and family gone. Well, let's all sing it. Yeah, I think you have to cut it off
Put
there.
into words how much I hate all of you right now.
Let's make it worse.
No better than slavery. A proper noble must guard.
I'm actually planning to later tonight, sometime tomorrow, attempt to fry shrimp on the barbecue. Partially for the meme, but also I want to see how it tastes.
The Australians are always talking about putting a shrimp on the Barbie.
Nope.
But I don't think dolls are really good for cooking.
Nope, that is not an American. That's an Americanism. Specifically a tourist thing.
You're a tourist.
By my own standards in this state, that is a true statement. Even though I own a house out here.
Oh.
Let me feed the cats.
What? Oh God. There's a cat affinity subgame. How did I not know that?
You give the cats items and they give you items back.
Yeah, I'm not exactly a cat. I mean, I love all pets, but I'm more of a dog person.
I can
Where's
go
the
find some
corgi
dogs.
affinity game?
That one's just another cat.
Go
There are dogs
find
around. We will find a dog. That is the new quest. But before I forget, I'm gonna
find dog. Give treat.
Doggo. Help Puppo.
Yeah.
Oh, doggo. Get doggo gift. What do we give the doggo? Ooh, we're gonna give the doggo bear meat.
Oh, that's a good boy.
And some chicken.
Whoa, that's a good boy.
More
Oh,
chicken.
oh,
And we obtained smithing stone.
oh, that's a good boy.
Okay. Doggos have been gifted.
Whoa.
I desired fresh air. I have a favor to ask.
The tutorial quests continue.
Professor, if you don't pay attention to your hygiene, the girls won't like. I hate when my clothes get dirty. That's one of the many reasons I find it best to train as little as possible.
Hey,
This is why no one likes you, Hilda.
what do you require?
So she's supposed to be like the airhead with big knockers and all that stuff, right?
She's the lazy one.
So yes.
Does she come with jiggle physics?
No.
Damn it.
We're not going to find out.
What is this? What are you buying?
These are support units. So you actually have military units that follow them around as if they're captains.
Do you want to hire this?
Leave it, Alta.
We'll hold off on doing it. Oh, we do need to replenish them.
Thank you.
In the Battalion Guild, we're allowed to natural. If you visit the...
Hey, Professor. I'd love to catch up, but I'm super... Hey, Professor. I know you're busy with a lot. Heck, I won't even charge you for that. Thank you. A merchant has to know the importance.
And we have obtained Anna. So context, Anna is a reoccurring character. She's the secret shop owner. What does she train?
How the hell does her hair curl like that and not half?
Don't worry about it.
As someone who has long hair and who's married to someone with long hair, hair does what it damn well pleases 90% of the time. It takes a
It
lot
is
of
hanging there like a slinky.
Yeah,
What
well-
gel is she using? I want some.
Gordon, my hair was getting unusually long before I just had it shorn this afternoon, and it was doing exactly what Rale said.
I
Pretty
love
much
the fact you
what-
use the phrase shorn, like you're some kind of sheep.
It's pretty much what happened.
I mean, he says it with
Meh.
pause. So they're usually followed by humbug.
Did you have to go to the barber?
No,
That
I
was
was
beautiful
not doing.
and I love it. 10 out of 10.
I was not doing the Lorman sheep hunting thing.
Sir, you're not Welsh.
Neither
not.
are you.
Did you at least get the hair donated, or was it just regular haircut?
No, it was just a regular haircut. But when I walked in there, I was so shaggy. The woman who's been cutting my hair for half of my life took one look at me and. Okay. I have to be somewhat careful how I say this, but you know that.
Did you compare you to a sheep?
No. You know that really, really like loud, hilarious, raucous black woman laugh?
I know that stereo. I know that
is
laugh.
exactly what she did, and she walks up to me while doing that and basically ruffles my hair and says, "Who are you?"
Did the farmer lose his sheep?
But yeah, she's been cutting my hair for 20 years, and I probably know.
At my
know about-
local place, I've just realized my usual hairdresser is related to one of my college professors, probably.
That's nice.
No, it's very awkward. So if we start talking shit about him in front of her, it's gonna get back to him.
Well, then don't do that.
I've
Not
already
all
done it,
directly
and I've
tuned.
just realized it when I saw like her like certification thing on the wall. I'm just like, oh boy. Yeah. At some point when I get my last haircut there before we
don't
move.
put that bullshit thing back on.
Yeah, no, we're just looking at it again. What does it look like with the cloak?
No, this is the one with the stupid hat.
Yeah.
Sir, hats are not stupid. I paid $3,000 for this burning tea, Captain.
Gordon, lower your volume, please.
Not the butler because of the towel.
Didn't think I was being that loud.
Your echo.
Yeah.
Most of the problem would be fixed if you didn't use a dedicated microphone by itself.
Yeah, but I've never had good luck with the microphones on my headset. So I need to make myself some tea before my stream starts at 9. And it's currently like, what, 8:30? And for those wondering, yes, it's Yorkshire tea, the same as the Spiffing Brit usually recommended.
Here to train? You really are as hardworking as they say. Spoken like a true...
So she's like buff mommy. Is that what's going on here?
Here to train?
Kinda.
You really are as hardworking
Okay.
as they say.
She's actually one of the only 2 people in the game who can use their sword.
You can use their what?
Sword. There are special weapons that you have to have a certain crest, or else it does terrible things to you.
Catherine, but I think you should spar with her.
If you're not of the right bloodline, the weapon does bad. Does many bad, turns you into a monster.
Within the Knights of Saros, Catherine is the strongest.
That sounds
By a large margin
suboptimal.
from what I've gathered. Why not seek her out as a sparring partner,
Indeed, but the
Professor?
crests also give people other powers too.
I have a favor to ask.
And it was an easy way for them to establish a noble class. We are not going to play the Abyss campaign because it's... One, I've already beat it, so I've already got the classes unlocked. We've got supports. Lots of supports, we'll worry about those in a bit.
Later, gentlemen. I'm going to sign out for a little bit.
Okay. Toodles.
It is actually getting close for a time for us to go.
Hey. Today Linhardt keeps
Yes, I believe you and the foxiest of Kiwis have cookies to consume or something like that.
I have cookies to consume. She doesn't care for the cookies I eat.
Yeah, that's definitely mine.
If you have a moment,
I
I'd
need
like
a
to work.
shower.
It has... You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? If you do see anyone get...
Okay. Oh good, we can pull both him and Lysithea.
This looks delicious.
Eating delicious food really.
Okay.
Well, hello, Professor. You came all the way to my room to... Oh. You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's rare for a nice professor like you to be so strict. Please, Professor, you must understand how difficult it is for me to fight the demon of drowsiness. Just talking about it makes me sleepy. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. I would certainly injure myself if I tried to train while drowsy. I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless. But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so? You're definitely a strange one. In truth, your very nature is odd. You're definitely not a commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else.
We're
Or
possessed
you
by a
could be
lolly
villain
dragon.
who
Of course
came
we're
here to
something
enact
else.
Some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either. Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours? It won't hurt a bit, I swear. I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I
Rebirth,
might like
no,
to
we
become
don't
a
tell
crest scholar.
children to do
You
those
never know.
things.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first. On that note, good night, Professor.
Clean your damn room, you nerd!
Being outside is so tiring. Tomorrow's gotta be just an inside day, Bernie.
Dun dun.
Whoa, why is it so cold all of a sudden? It's as if an unspeakable evil just...
You're
Da-da-da.
No, into the light! Back to the beyond from whence you came!
Are you telling me to die?
Hubert!
In the flesh. I came to ask you something.
Oh no, what did I do? Think, Bernie, think!
In the flesh.
Figure carrying a sharp
So what's Bernadetta's thing again? She's not lazy. What is she?
She has anxiety and likes to stay shut in her room.
A strange giggle.
She's anxiety and likes what?
To stay shut in her room.
The sound
Ah.
of a door creaking open and closed.
I was embroidering.
I suspected as much. Then you leave me no choice.
What? No, I'm too young to die. I've got so much left to do. Please don't kill me!
What the fuck?
About what
Jeez.
I expected.
It's no good. I can't run anymore.
That was quite a sprint. A shame you lack stamina. Now to my duty.
You're going to execute me, aren't you? Please, let me compose my last will and testament. Or at least a swan song. The creak of a door. Sorrow like a needle point. Bernie's gone away.
Bernie's gone away.
Word of caution. How would you feel if you fell or bumped into someone
Ooh.
while carrying around that needle? Please watch where you're going in the future. How did you manage to faint while standing up? Well, I cannot simply leave her here.
Hubert's actually a nice dude. He just looks intimidating as shit.
Yeah, he does have that whole evil look.
Yeah.
Petra, industrious as ever, I see.
Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working
So
hard to
Petra is
improve my
supposed to be
position.
kind of like an ass beater,
Right
right?
now, it is not a good one.
Her thing is
Even
she comes from another continent, sorta. It's an island off to the northwest. And so
Legally
different culture,
distinct
different
Russia.
language. Legally distinct Russia. Yes.
I will not be rubbing on anyone.
Not literally. I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in Fodlan. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal. So much so, I thought you'd grown up in the wild.
I had more youth then, and the experience was terrifying. My grandfather ordered me to go to Fodlan with suddenness. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. The treatment I was receiving was like I was a strange beast.
It is unfortunate.
I have acquired tea.
Oh boy, tea. Tea.
You were meant to be insurance that Brigid would not restore its
Gordon,
mind
can you
to
stop?
Dagda and attack us.
Sorry.
The Empire required leverage. And after all, you are the princess of Brigid.
It gave me sadness to leave my home. But I am not unhappy that I came to the Empire. I have learned much understanding from the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am. And meeting you...
Okay, so she's a foreigner, but again, like, what's her thing? Is she an ass beater or an archer or what?
Oh, like her combat thing? Swords. She's a sword master.
And there is much more.
So
Somewhat
she's an
also
ass.
a Pegasus Knight.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. The lady with anxiety talking to the lady who has that language issues.
Petra's really nice. Never yells, never says mean things about people. Maybe she'd be my friend.
Bernie just wants a friend.
Just you, Cook.
Okay, Bernie.
Free birth to address the thing you're saying, you'd be surprised the amount of people in my class that smoke weed and or drink heavily.
How did you know? Do you have eyes in the back of your head or something? I do not have that, no.
Right. Can I ask you something? Do you want to, maybe, be friends or something? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like me. I don't know what you think of me.
What I am thinking? I am thinking that you remind me of prey. Yes, like a rabbit in the tall grass, always watching for enemies, and you flee at any sign of danger. You are quick also. I must be careful that I am not hunting Bernie when I take out my bow.
Oh, you try not to shoot me. That's, nice.
You have similarities with prey. That is all I mean to be saying.
So you're saying you might end up hunting me?
There is no need to have concern. I will make sure my arrows are not hitting you.
That isn't comforting. Whatever I did to deserve this, forgive me!
You do not need forgiveness, but it is yours if you are wanting it. Was I saying something wrong?
Alright.
Awkward conversation.
Indeed. Alright, with that, it's 15 minutes until Gordon and Freebirth stream. And now's a good stopping point, so we're gonna save.
The internet needs a break before we inflict a Gordon on it.
Yep. You all, now is your chance. Go, hydrate before you dihydrate. Do it now. Prep your dinners to watch the Uwu Thunder.
Cease.
Never. You all have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.